16 years ago? Yeah, so sometime around here, the Spanish first entered the TF2 scene in a major way, and about that time as well, AMDP was also born. Yeah, No One. He played on my team for a while, No One. He was really, really talented as well. Mineral, obviously you guys might know from Boston. Taimu, you obviously will remember from Dallas and Envy. Pescanova, I think did play Overwatch for a little bit, so maybe you remember him. Some of these guys got to be grandparents. Not grandparents, no. But Season 7 and Season 8. Div 2. And then they made Premier Division, yeah. Premier Division, the real deal. Beat Paroxysm, that was Dempsey's team. Beat Illegal, that was like the second best Finnish team. Drawing with Dignitas. If for anyone who doesn't know, Dignitas, you might recognize some of these people, like Mafu and Kainal. They played Overwatch for a bit, like right at the start. Himsy. Do you remember Himsy playing Roadhog? Himsy has been around for forever. Yeah, CommanderX on TF2 as well. But Dignitas were like the god squad. No one could beat Dignitas in the early days of TF2. They were unstoppable. Hox as well was on. He was mainly on like the like power gaming core. But yeah, fuck. Parve. Like I was on a team with Parve for a bit as well. I don't think he liked me. Well, I think he liked me. I don't think he thought I was very good. I played Soldier on that team. Which team was the best UK team? There was no best UK team, really. The closest we got was probably Twisted Minds. Yeah, it was probably Twisted Minds, which had like my mate Greg on it, who now works for Sky Sports. It had Sonics on it, who was at the wedding. Lovely Mancunian lad. It had a few other people. Numlocked was on that team for a bit as well. You guys might remember Numlocked, Seb Barton. He was on that team for a bit. That was probably the best. You remember Janu? As in the Vancouver Titans player? What team did Uncle Dane play for? He wasn't on a team. What am I looking at, Zelko? What's this? Where's the other perk? Where'd it go? They break it? Stop kissing Hunter while he eats. Nice name tag. Spotter is better anyways. What's the other major one? Is that the Grav damage one? The other perk is bugs, so they took it out. Oh, okay. Oh, the piercing, like if you get oh, okay, if you get high, I know what you mean. Yeah. I mean that's the carry and ranked one, surely. I mean Janu was like is one season wonder too harsh? He had like one good season, you know, but I used to watch a bit of COD, but I've not watched any of it recently. If you're gold 2, that perk must go pretty hard. Well, good news for you, Haddy. So yeah, used to watch a little bit of COD. When they first started the COD League, I tried to get really into, what were they called? Are they still around? Is it the London Royal Ravens? So I just used to try and get all my mates to watch it. But it didn't really stick. So I watch it every now and again, but I don't really follow it. Ever get co-streams of other esports? I mean, I'd be happy to do it. There's lots of other esports I enjoy. Halo's got to be up there. Wait, SSG does SSG still have a Halo team? Space Station Gaming.
تلعب بلاعب سلسله كامله، تلعب فقط في مابات معينه، مابات
Surely
صح. شيء ثاني
I can
صراحه اهني هذا اللاعب، اول مره جانا يعني
watch now.
كان يقاتل، واذكر
Wait, is it on now?
وكان
What's
يبدع
this?
تريسر، وكان يحاول يشيل الرايه بالنسبه لفريقه.
It's not on now. It tricked me.
هذا شيء.
Where am I going? Teams.
اتذكر معاكم
Halo?
وش صار خلال هذه البطوله في
Yeah, SSG versus TU. Yeah, the Rainbow Six team. If I remember right, the Rainbow Six team has Naga's brother on it. Yeah, mate. Honestly, if a Halo Major doesn't clash with an Overwatch event, I'll co-stream the Halo Major. When's the next one?
صراحة كان في أخذ وعطاء بالذات.
Yeah, if I go to, is it Rainbow? I'm pretty sure it's Rainbow Six.
عطاء اللي هي بين فيجن وتويستد، كل مباراة انت 3-0. ترى هذه من النوادر اللي تصير يعني.
I don't know why I'd be able to determine which one of these. Surely one of these. I'm guessing it's this one. Let me go to.
الآن لا صار على يومين، صار في مباراة تصير في باك هاوس مانج.
Whatever do League. Now I feel like with League, like I think Halo is quite simple to watch. League is really not. So I watch like Worlds every year. Yeah, we can do it together, Hattie. I was gonna say, I watch Worlds every year, but I don't really know what's going on, you know. Just I don't have a detail what's going on. What was I looking for? Rainbow Six. Am I blind? Surely it's in the 8 here.
تنافسهم واحتكاكهم بعض في الدوري السعودي. دخول تشيكميت انا بالنسبه لي اشوف انها من اقوى اللاعبين اللي دخلوا الدوري. ليش؟ طور لعيبه كثير.
Below Overwatch, I am just blind.
كثير طورت بسبب هذا احتكاكهم باللاعب. عندك تيفنت ايام جي كي.
Fuck me. I am actually having my eyes tested again. There we go. Oh yeah, I was looking. There we go. What was it? News? What was it? NUERS.
اللاعب الوحيد اللي كان دائما بكل نهايه تقريبا خلينا نقول دائما يتواجد ضد يوبي
Oh, here we go. Ethan James. Yes. Probably not right. He's American.
فهذا ندلدل قد هذا اللاعب جوهره. اشوف انه فايدته على اللعيبه السعوديين وكيف انهم فادوه بعد من نواحي اخرى، انهم كيف انهم خلوه يتعود على بلاي ستايل.
Is it Benji Master?
ان دائما اللاعبين السعوديين متميزين بالاوف تانك، متميزين بالشخصيات الفلاي، يعني هو انصدم.
Oh, Benjo Master, sorry.
خلينا نقول انه اكثر شيء بالفلاي صراحه يعني هذا الشيء.
Well, he's Danish.
دائما العرب.
I actually don't know what Naga's surname is. This is probably the slowest, least reliable version of investigative journalism you're ever gonna see. Yeah, same surname. There we go. We've cracked it. Benja Master.
فانا اقدر اني اسلم تشكميت الرايه، امسك انت دير المواهب اللي عندي، دير زياد ملبدح، وما شاء الله عاد هذول مو بمواهب كثر انهم اثبتوا انفسهم في.
All of Bright Future are watching me on the big TV. Nice. Appreciate it. Hold on, let me go pick up Hattie.
ويبدو ان الروسترات موجوده قدامنا يا موي، ويبدو انها بتكون.
Hey Hattie. Sorry, I was doing investigative journalism. Wait, can you hear me, Hattie? Is my mic working?
ابطال العالم هاكو لبدح، افضل لاعبين ما شاء الله السعوديين اللي عندنا في الصين. لاندن افضل باب في لعبه.
Hold on, I've got a new headset, so maybe
المواهب اللي ما شاء الله اثبتوا نفسهم في السنه الماضيه، خلينا نقول
so maybe it's not working.
ليج وينر معك يا فريق القادسيه. صراحه ما شاء الله فريق القادسيه كل ما لهم.
Oh yeah, it's trying to.
كل ما لهم ما شاء الله يعني.
How about
كل فتره نقول هذا البرايم.
testing.
تيجي بعدها فتره تقول هذا البرايم، فهمت؟ ما شاء الله عليهم يعني مستواهم كل ما يصير افضل.
Wait, can you hear me now, Hattie?
خلاص وصلوا الى.
I can hear you, bro. What's good?
I can hear you as well. Right, new headset today, so it's like
Headset, yeah.
The Skull Candy one, courtesy of Skull Candy. If you want your own Skull Candy headset, please scroll down on the page and get one now.
Bro, I asked SSG when they kicked us all if I could get one, and they said yeah, and then I just got done all after.
I didn't even ask for this one. They didn't even tell me it was coming. Just turned up on my doorstep one day.
I mean, you're like their best player right now. You know what I mean? Like their most valuable asset at this point. So I get it.
I got Hattie's headset. Maybe they just sent it to the wrong place.
Makes sense.
Fuck.
They sent my jersey to Astro as well, so back at the day. It makes sense.
It can happen.
It can get confusing from time to time.
Yeah, me and PG. I'm told me and PGE actually, we are actually winning. We're the best in the West when it comes to
I mean,
when it comes to the co-streams.
I mean, you are literally the best in the West.
We still can't, I was saying this yesterday, but if you do like the co-streamer power rankings, there's actually a huge gap, and then you get like Tayo and Illusion from like Japan and Korea respectively. Like we still can't close the gap on that part of the world, but in the West, we can win.
Best in the West. I mean, yeah, classic Overwatch, you know. Just put the Asians out of the equation. I'm not trying to compete with them, dude.
It's called. People often use moving the goalpost as a bad thing, but if you move the goalposts, you're more likely to score, so it's a good thing.
Yeah, move the goal. Like, I mean, they say moving the goalpost like as a bad thing, like when you move it further away, right?
Yeah.
But like, just move it closer.
Just tap in.
Keep moving it closer. Keep moving that goalpost closer. Have no aspirations in your life. That's gonna make you happy.
Only take easy W's.
Yes, agree. Do you still have OWCS drops on your channel, by the way?
Don't think so, no. What are you getting right now, chat? I presume you guys are just getting like whatever. Is it just loot boxes at the moment?
Loot box, yippee. Because I was like, somebody came to my chat yesterday night, and I was like, how do I get OWCS drops? And then I told them, just watch CommanderX when it's live.
Yeah,
but maybe I lied.
I lied, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna. No, you're gonna get. No, you're gonna get like hate threats coming.
Of course, mate. What was I gonna say? I was yeah, like because on the OWCS weekends, they low key like never turn them off actually. Like they don't bother turning them off between regions, so you can like really.
It's good.
Really get them. Like there was one time I was doing China, and there's no OWCS drops for China, but because NA and EMEA was still on, they just left it on all of Saturday. So I had like 3,000 people just watching me watch China. By which I mean there was probably about 600 people watching me watch China, and 2,400 people with the tab muted.
I love when people just mute the tab, you know, it's lovely. Just keep muting the tab, guys, everyone is winning, it's all good. Okay, what link are we watching from, Xavier?
I'm just on the main one. Brain said he might be able to get me a clean feed, but he's also casting this event, so he's...
Oh.
if he doesn't manage to get me the link, it's super reasonable that he's not able to.
Yeah, I feel you. You're just on the Twitch, or do they have a YouTube to make it easier to sync?
Yeah, I can keep a YouTube.
Are you on the YouTube though?
I'm on the YouTube at the moment, yeah.
I love using YouTube.
Fun fact, nobody actually watches you. I mean, it's fine. As long as it pays for bills, it pays
for
bills.
It's literally fine.
مهما قطعوا اللعبه يجونك قبل البطوله مثلا بشهر شهرين 3 شهور ضامنين تبون توب 2 الحين لو تسوي اوفر تسوي زي كذا خاصه عندك والله ما تجيب توب 1 ولا توب 2 ولا حتى توصل
صح والله 100% وانا عن نفسي مبسوط جدا باللي قاعد يصير في الدوري يعني
Was there a game already, Xavier?
Yeah, TM versus Vision again, this time though TM Trio.
Oh,
way more convincing from Twisted Minds. Yeah, had an answer.
TM back to form.
Yeah, I mean it's a different problem. KSA, and there's always a bit of question mark now over which one they're gonna do. But KSA played every map versus Vision, but also Vision very much, you know, keen to just take a ram mirror in almost every situation.
Yeah, fair enough. It's gonna be interesting. I mean, what do you think is the bigger difference, you know? Calyx missing or Simple missing?
I think when I watched Alcad yesterday, it was like nothing had changed really, you know? Like all the same stuff they were doing. Haku was just like slotted back into the system, you know? And in many ways, like it's probably quite easy as main support, right? Because it feels like all the sort of complicated stuff they're doing is really done by it's Ziad and Checkmate who are having to make all these like big decisions, you know, in terms of TPs and how aggressive Ziad is being and stuff like that. So actually, all you need to do if you're a Taku is just fit in, you know, follow the calls. So I think he's come in and looked, yeah, just an easy fit.
Yeah.
I mean, Psycho's played fine as well, but it's like really
Psycho
real
is
big
good,
thing.
but Simple might just be the carry.
It's still a big downgrade, right? Even if he's playing fine.
Yeah. That makes sense. I knocked on your door, by the way. Are you gonna let a homeless man in or not?
Oh yeah. Oh wait, no.
No? Okay, fair enough.
I use Microsoft Edge, and for whatever reason you can't knock, so I have to knock you. I'm actually
Edge?
unlockable.
We're in the classic fucking... We're already to the classic Rhine into Lucio ban on Oasis, dude.
I've seen this one before.
Yeah, I saw it yesterday even, dude.
I'm just happy to do this one every day. Yesterday Oasis was, even though it was a 3-0 to Alcad, it was Oasis, and I forget what map 3 was. But map 1 and map 3 were absolute dogfights, and this Oasis was a huge dogfight.
How was it? What did TM play? I assume Alcad just played Diva?
Yeah, a lot of, was it Diva or was it Ram as well? I feel like they did a bunch of Diva
Alcad did Ram as well?
No, sorry, I think it was like both teams. I think it was almost Diva exclusively for Alcad yesterday.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
A lot of Diva.
And TM, Diva as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tiven was in, right? He played like, I think on Oasis he played like Ram 1 round or something. Okay, KSA in right here. Grand final first to 4. We have another banger series on our hands.
Yeah, it's actually someone was telling me earlier, the record for him year to date is 7-3 in Alcad's favour. And I think from like this stage, so with like current rosters, it's something like 4-1 to Alcad as well. I think it was only the ESL Saudi Challenge that they were able to win. So it's tough for Twisted Minds.
So I'm cracking open a cold one for this one.
Right? Of course I'm cracking a cold
28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 1, 0, 19,
yeah, we're there.
18. Nice, bro. It just works. On the 2 flags comp again. 2 flags, Zoom, Ram. Should be a field day for Ziad. But no Tracer from Checkmate. So it's gonna be Ziad diving alone.
Yeah, real hard one for the backline here to make it work. It's going to be an initial taking both sides, playing it slow. Twisted Minds can free point in a lot of
Checkmate is free-fighted.
Yeah, nice opening pick. That limits their TP options as well, so now it's going to be really tough for them. I've broken the clean feed, you take over.
Okay. So they're just gonna clean up this fight right now. Twisted Minds, very nice opening pick onto Checkmate. And now it's gonna be very hard for Qadsiah to retake. Ziad is gonna be difficult for him to close the distance without the Juno speed, Lucio band obviously, and Lepta is gonna make his way over to the Trace. I think this makes a lot of sense. Ziad and Lepta need to connect him to his backlines. Ziad always so strong, killing the enemy backline. Now with the help of Lepta it should be easier. TM gonna go aggressive right here. TP flip comes though. Bowler shot available for Quads. Landon has a window though on the flip. Checkmate close to the symbol as well. Big advantage over Yubi. Yubi is gonna just go down right here. Landon with the window on point. It's just getting the flip.
Yeah, we saw Lubta play a little bit of this right at the tail end of yesterday, but more just felt like an emergency swap that they just transitioned into a comp for the last few fights. But playing it here, and the name of the game very much is going to be killing Yubi early on here. If the Sim's allowed to cook, the Tracer needs to outvalue it, and you know the Sims will sort of cancel each other out. Quartz will get more value. So Lubta, they need to find kills. That's the idea of the Tracer, and they need to do that before Quartz can just find kills and picks and damage.
Yeah. To be honest, Xavier, I think the Tracer makes a lot of sense, especially this buff Tracer with Twisted Minds refusing to play break with Astro Psycho in the support lineup. Ziad and Lepta are gonna have a field day. Now support coming off for Twisted Minds. Checkmate with the smash from wall to answer. Now Rally coming close from Haku, Psycho has his last Katsuna rush to invest. You'll be close to someone.
Yeah, we're going to TP away. Plenty of time to wait out this symbol now. KSA, Kitsune rush to help him out at the front line there. But Yubi again
goes
look
down
to find
first
the
again.
kill. Just him and Lugta. He can't connect for Pulse afterwards, but the damage, it might be done. KSA is going to try and turn, but a rally away from Haku. Trying to live, and he does live now. KSA is blocking up, but he's completely outmanned. Psycho TP's back to him.
And the damage is done. And has a winner for the next fight, but Yubi finally cruises to Metro Wall online. Psycho has made the switch over to the brick. I think this is a really good decision. Maybe a fight or two too late. Like, we know what Qadsiah is gonna play right here. But now ult advantage coming off of Twisted Minds. Wall better than the sim wall. But Checkmate close to a second wall. Okay, stepping to the point, sim wall out for Yubi.
Yeah, it's going to counteract the window from Landa, but Checkmate getting very close to that one now. Needs 20-odd%, and now Qadsiah, they're just trying to slow it down. They haven't given him a flip yet, they can contest again. First touch comes out from Ziad, just stalling it out. Pressure onto the backline. TM now do have the flip, but Lugta is trying to line up for this backline. Pressure onto Quartz. Can't find the kill though. He's won, doesn't give a pocket in time. Now Astro having to regroup, but Psycho is dead on point. He did make that brig swap, but it doesn't last long. And now Qadsiah are looking good for the flip here.
They goes down there. Oh, the recontest gonna be so staggered. Quads, Yubi have to touch first. KSA and Astro on a separate wave. They can't be touching. Quads really needs to juggle his point out pretty much by himself.
Okay, coming back now. Post map from Lugta doesn't find anything, so it's still neutral in this, but Quartz dies for the touch. Now Lugta again can look for this backline as they try and swing on. They have no choice to go, and Astro's going to get left behind. You see there the aggressive play from Qadsiah. They know TM needs to touch the point, so they can just go right past KSA, kill everyone else, and then come back. 5v1 KSA, no problem.
Okay, do you have a clean feed, Xavier?
No.
Did you get one, or what happened? What happened in the midst of this?
Well, no, I messaged Brain, and he said he'll try and get it to me, but obviously Brain's, as you can see, somewhat busy now.
I mean, tell him to fucking sum it up, bro. Just pop the link in the chat right there.
Like, I understand everyone's sentiment as well when people say, like, what about this? What about this? Why is the clean feed not higher quality? Why doesn't it work? Why don't you have one? And I agree with you all so much, but I'm not in charge of it. You know, yeah, I'm not in charge of it. If I could do more, I 100% would do more, but I can't. Thank you, Sager, for the 18 months tier one as well. Where is the goat Kellex? Not available for this one, so Haku is filling in and doing a good job so far. Psycho, also filling in, rolling out on the brick this time.
Finally over to the break. I think it's a good decision if you're trying to counter this comp. Quads onto the soldier, Lepto on the cast for this first fight.
Gonna start on the low ground here.
Oh, Checkmate, he didn't get his own TP.
Yeah, great
must
slow.
have been whip shot out by Psycho. Yeah, must have been whip shot out by Psycho.
He's on the slow, but player advantage now for TM, but KSA is 1 HP. Milks his form for a little bit longer as well, as they're going to try and stabilise. Alcad are alive on the high ground, but still that player down. Here comes Checkmate back now, and they found that. Checkmate ends up getting a flank, essentially, out of his respawn there. TM weren't able to capitalise. KSA is on life support, trying to get to that
Quads finds two, though.
Yeah, Quartz has got two on the high ground.
Psycho! Bit goofy on the break.
Ziad's trying to clean up. Quartz is trying to drop a shoulder, get past him. Support coming back, but Astro's not there in time to save him, and Ziad will clean up. Alcad will win first fight, despite that early pick.
Yeah, crazy first fight to win there for Alcad, even though Quas got two picks and all of that. Ziad now has the remake bomb for the next fight. It's gonna go even more aggressive, and it's gonna be such a skills check for Psycho if he can keep up. TP flip comes out here, flashbang out on the choke. Chilling for Alcad.
Yeah, they force him back. It's going to be TP2 inside again. Qadsiah happy to play in this position, just keep point contested. Quartz is trying to find his own flank and angle, but a window from Landa to try to get him out of this room. Self-destruct's going to be forced. KSA dies for it though. No ults just yet for Twisted Minds. And it just ends up making the difference there. It's only a self-destruct, only a window. But it's better than nothing, and team are going to have to reset again.
Next fight, we have the high noon, maybe we get a TP high noon going, but big ult advantage for the side of Twisted Minds. We're gonna finally have the orbital ray, rally, overclock close to the symbol as well, annihilation. Basically 5 ults for Twisted Minds. Only 2 close to Checkmate's ult. Should be difficult for them.
Early lamp force out from Landa as well.
TP high noon comes out, disengage. Oh, finds Quads, but Landon goes down.
1 for 1 though, main source of healing gone. Haku still has for rally. Psycho's already used his. Haku can drop in and go for this if he wants to try and force more ults. But it looks like Qadsiah are just going to be happy with the trade as it is so far. Trade that high noon, get the rally and overclock out. It's still a positive trade for them, and they will have a symbol and rally now for this next fight.
Yeah. Quad's going over to the Freya now. Psycho really wants to chase those kills. Very important here. Okay, checkmate is gonna have Sumo for next set, but Haku gonna have the rally. Rally versus Annihilation and Beam. Probably favored for Twisted Minds this whole exchange. Haku's gonna be so... Haku and checkmate are both gonna be so careful walking into Astro's Orbital Ray.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really agree with the Brig picking all of this for Haku. For Psycho, it makes a lot of sense because he's playing into D.Va. For Haku, rally is so hard, but that's why they banned Lucio to begin with. Put Haku
so
into
much
this.
pressure.
Oh, he's going to die as well. A couple of times now, Landon's been picked off early when a TP rotations comes in, but they're going to try it. Big bash onto the backline from Haku. Supports are so low. Psycho dies. Astro's one. They kill both of them. Haku does go down during the rally, but he's done a lot. The symbol over the top should get Twisted Minds over the line. Just checkmate left to deal with now. And they will... Oh, and a baby, but... Wait, Ziyad gets the mech actually here.
Almost a slow.
The slow was
die,
so good.
He's gonna go down.
Yeah, Yubi's on him. They're going to get the D-mech. Yeah, great chase there from TM. Really important kill. Force more time off. They can prevent this flip as well. Qadsiah have to get out of here and pick up Ziyad and go again, but not too many ults forced out from TM there actually. It was just a 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, there was a big investment from Qadsiah, and now TM is just gonna push the advantage, but maybe Lepta is getting the flip and all of this. Gonna spread some players around. Landon trying to catch the stragglers right here with his window. I don't think he can though. Lepta has a pulse from right here. Chucks it, hits it, gets 2!
Perfect from Lubza there, and that's just gonna unravel it. We talked about all the ults TM had for this fight. So many to throw in, but it means the Annihilation gets no value. They don't get to use any of those other ones there. And Lubza with a huge, potentially, map-winning pulse there, because TM, they have the ults for this retake. 2 of them, symbol rally, really good. But can they get to point cleanly?
Yeah, TM still here in a game-winning situation, but you're right, Xavier. They have to get to the point cleanly, and Ziyad, he has to remake bomb to look for backline. Very good flip. Now Symbol and Rally are gonna come out next. Ziyad, he needs to find those assassinations. Rally, push comes through, but Casey, he gets teammates on the push.
Symbol's not enough to save him. He's going to get taken down. Baby Ziyad, on the other hand, will be able to get back into mech, I think, here. Should be good for it. Yeah. He is. Sim on his face, though. He's in big trouble. He needs help. Lamp comes through just in time. The perfect lamp from Landon. A classic from the best Baptiste in the world. And that will seal the map for Qadsiah.
Very, very nicely played from Alcat. But yeah, you're right, Xavier. The Lucio ban, it hurts them. Break from Haku didn't make much sense in all of that. But Alcat, they're just better. They're TM retaking with that big of an ult advantage, and they can't convert. KSA goes down on the push. It really hurts them.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a little bit as well. You know, you talk about some of the heroes we've seen Psycho play while filling on flex support. The Kiriko, the Anna. He looks good on these heroes. The problem is... The Brig is a good hero for the D.Va, but it's the sort of... It's not the sort of hero you can get carried on by your aim or something, you know? Instead, it all has to be about, like, the peel and handling it. And, to be fair, I don't think Psycho played particularly poorly on the Brig there, but this Brig swap hasn't actually stopped Ziyad finding value.
Yeah, it's true, it's true. What are they gonna do for the next one? Like, I don't know. It's like they have this. I mean, they need to play like. I feel like the best chance for TM is to probably play this Lucio Kiriko D.Va mirror, no? Like Psycho can be good. Yeah, for TM. Like I don't like when they put Psycho on Break, it doesn't look too good. Like double flags for sure is not good unless you can ban D.Va, you know? Like I feel like they need to play the Lucio Kiri version.
Yeah, I think so. And I mean, we talk about like important bans, right? You always look at this Twisted Minds lineup, and the Sim ban is always a big one to go to. To force UB off that hero, and really force TM to play a very different style as well, which is maybe the bigger impact in reality. But Against Qadsiah, the biggest ban you can do is this Diva ban. Can you force a Ram Mirror, put KSA into his comfort zone, and ask a different
Then
question?
you can also play the 2 flags way
You can,
easier
yeah.
if you get that Diva ban. So yeah, I think Diva ban, it could change a lot. A sim ban could change a lot. But it's, I think TM, they need to find their footing with that Lucio Kiri comp. They have one chance with the Diva ban, but otherwise it's gonna be a long series. Need to at least win 3 maps without Diva being able to be banned.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough. I'm just trying to get rid of YouTube. Go away, YouTube. Chat.
Go away.
جراند فاينل الماتش اللي راح مين فاز اول ماب؟ ناسي
اتوقع كانت
تويستد صح؟
3-1 تويستد بس ما ادري اول ماب
My
مين
stream was buffering and all of this a bit as well.
Same. That's potentially,
Okay.
فعلا
well, maybe not good news, but it at least means
That's
it's-
great
it's-
news.
is them not us, you know?
Yeah, I thought it was me, dude. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck this internet, dude.
فاز اول مباراه من امام برايت تويستد 3-0 من امام تويستد 3-0 امس واليوم فاز الجيم الاول 1-0 تويستد ماينز عبد الله
Pickles for breakfast. Followed you 7 hours ago. Let's go.
Fine to close YouTube chat because it's not loading the X for me now.
There's no X?
Yeah, you know how normally you can just close. Let's see, bind to.
Yeah, just press X, no?
there's no X, mate.
It's because you already X.
I see. Oh wait, it's loaded in now. Maybe I was just being impatient. It's gone now.
Is Simple on a vacation? No, he's not allowed to play because of rules. Because of some weird
Who's
shenanigans.
Simple?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an anti-compete rule, I guess, but it's really weird how it applies cross-stage. As sort of,
Yeah, it's kinda odd.
I've not really experienced another tournament that's done something like that. I think they should have let Simple, well, everyone who fell into that category play.
True. Simple on holiday with Chris.
تكاد لا تذكر عند اللاعب هاكو لا عندنا مروق ومبسوط
هذا حمد حبيبي
ايه بس اليوم لا مضبط الوضع شويه. لا عندنا تيم القادسيه فازوا في اول ماب ولاحظ نحب نذكر انه جنكبك اليوم موجود ما هو مثل امس. موضوع صعب على يوبي وتيم تويستد مايندز لازم يرجعون اكيد لكن الضغط.
Are they double capping it again? It was a double cap yesterday from Yubi and Quartz.
A double cap? But do we have a scarf? Where's
There was
the
no
scarf?
scarf. There was no scarf.
I mean, it's already over if there's
Yeah,
no scarf.
I mean, Psycho makes all this big talk about a scarf, and then I'm yet to see
Yeah.
the scarf, and then they stop winning. Coincidence?
Yep.
I think not.
I think not.
احس كينجز رو كينجز رو يبين الديفا يلعبون رام ميرور ممكن هنا تويستد يتفوق
Psycho lounging. He's normal between game posture.
ممكن نشوف ديفا باند من تويستد مايندز.
Yeah, he's hella lounging.
غالبا يوفر باندي.
What's he fiddling on, you think?
100% راح يستخدمه.
اي لازم
شوف
Dunno.
اول مره يحطون الكاميرا في
That's a fidget spinner situation.
Fidget spinner?
Yeah.
لازم يضحك
New Preds? I can get the new Preds up, yeah.
Guys, predict.
Map
Everyone
1,
predict.
Outcast Way.
اكيد. في النهايه هي لعبه في النهايه روح رياضيه تجمع فريقين سعوديين يعتبرون الافضل في اوروبا حاليا. لازم نستمتع بهذه الايام، لازم نستمتع بهذه المستويات يا اخوان. نحط كل شيء على جنب ونستمتع لانه كنا نذكر دائما ايام 01 وفالكونز والايام ذيك راحت والان نعيش زمن القادسيه وتويست فلازم نستمتع.
Okay, King's Ray.
هذه الايام خلينا نشوف الماب الثاني.
I don't know if this ban order is the right way around.
First ban, Kiriko.
Oh, so they're protecting the double support. They want to play the Juno Lucio. Oh no, it is right way around then. And then team are going to respond and just force a Diva mirror, most likely. Guessing
Yeah.
this means KSA is still in there as well.
يعني لو بنت الديفا راح تبنى الديفا وتحمي
But Kiri banned, so what should be realistically for support in the Diva mirror with a Kiri
It'd
ban?
be like Juno Alari, I would guess.
شفت بلو بي سي اس
Yeah, Juno. And it should probably be Juno break now.
Oh yeah, because it's going to be Diva, so maybe they'll be forced onto it. I think, yeah, in an ideal world, they would Juno Alari. But in the real world, they might be
In the
forced
real
onto
world, in
Juno break.
the fucked up
Yeah.
world we're living in. Okay, let's see this. I'm gonna attack. Let's see what Alcard's gonna defend on. Maybe they're even gonna try to Bablucia this? Bablucia Diva? I don't know. Let's see it.
Yeah, they
I
could.
mean, I get. Yeah.
I mean, versus Varam, I think is
go on.
really fine.
زاري خيار متاح فعلا.
Oh, not versus Varam. Well,
Yep.
it is fine versus Varam, but it versus the I guess if we're gonna play this version, it actually is really fine versus the Diva as well.
Yeah, we have
'cause
Sim
the
May
Diva's
as
gonna get
well.
so
Yeah.
bullied that actually will be so hard for him to get onto the Ram as long as Landon checkers and Lubda will stay in pretty tight formation.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, one thing they did against this comp yesterday, Twisted Minds, when they ran into this Sim May Diva, TVNT just went Winston. And he just stood with his team,
Really?
and he pressed bubble, and they just won. And then
No
he swapped
way.
off it.
No.
And it actually, well, it forced Lubda swapped to hit scan, and then TVNT just swapped back to Diva. But I was like, actually,
Let's
Just-
get on the Winnie, bro.
well,
Let's
you
get
remember
on
like
the Winnie.
Season 5 playoffs meta when it's just full brawl? And it's like, you don't have to
Yes.
be like good at Winston to play that version, you know? You just take the brawl at the
Yep.
right times, you try and get good bubble value.
Yep.
And I actually seem
On
like a
the
pretty
right.
effective it.
And KSA is running out of Rhine. What time are you in? I'm on 49, 48, 47,
going.
46, 5, 4, 3. Big engage coming out. 2,
Wall
1.
out. Oh, May in
Yeah,
trouble.
wall
Lamp
out,
is
lamp
good
out,
from
good
Landon.
disengage.
Retake now for Al Qadsiah as Twisted Minds get himself on
TP
point.
flip,
It's a
but,
TP flip. Ziad is above him now as well. They are getting surrounded slowly and surely. And Twisted Minds, their HP is low. Psycho's got a lot of healing to do. Another wall onto KSA. He wriggles his way round to the lamp, but they are still so low.
Oh.
And a BAP gap to open up for frags. And TM are going to be forced to reset.
Might just be a bap gap. If I was pressing tab there, you know, I was looking at the ult shots. I thought Psycho should have the window by now, you know. Everyone took so much damage on the side of Twisted Minds, but then they just end up bleeding out. So window advantage gonna be enough for Qadsiah. Checkmate also with a massive symbol advantage coming into this.
Yeah, it was such a clean disengage from Alcad. They were able to preserve it and have a quick retake. And then Twisted Minds were just slowly bled out. So loads of ult charge for Qadsiah in all of this. TM have to be very cautious walking up. They don't have anything yet.
Okay, where's this TP going? It
Wait,
finds
Haku?
Haku. Where was Haku?
How on earth did Haku get isolated there? Seems preposterous. A wall as they walk out the choke now. Landon does have a window to turn this fight back in Alcad's favour. Ziad's going to fly onto the high ground. Window is out. Lamp catches everyone from Psycho, saves them for now. And Ziad's going to get fried. No remake available for him as well. So they are just going to deal with that one. Simwall comes out now from Checkmate to try and turn the fight. But it's so hard for him. They're just trying to live with this. KSA, the hammer just goes through the wall. It doesn't make a difference. They'll kill off Checkmate. And actually ends up being a really poor fight for Qadsiah.
He's chilling in the corner, shield broken, but he's gonna be okay. And it's gonna be a cap coming out for TM, and Rhine is broken after all. Yubi, very nice kill of fires.
Alright, Shatter is getting real close. Another wall. Ziad gets over it though. TP to avoid those double beams. But you can see how hard Ziad's life is being made. I think it was actually Chris who was talking about the idea of TM doing something like this. Not necessarily the Rhine part of it, but swapping Quartz over just onto the May as well. And just taking a straight up mirror with a better tank.
Yeah, it's true, it's true. Now, very important for KSA to not get frozen up, but 5 ults on the side of TM gonna make it so much easier. May ult coming in. Oh, it's a huge roll from Lepta.
Easy kill there. KSA not going to get frozen, but their main source of healing gone now. KSA does have the shatter, but this close to spawn, I think they're just going to accept it. See if they can find a trade here or just survive. Either will be fine for TM. And it's actually Qadsiah who might even hold forward here, because there's decent verticality for Ziad to start on here. Can make it awkward for TM retaking from their spawn. But no, just back at choke Qadsiah. TP through window aggressively, actually,
with the
here.
fire strike.
Oh, lots of pressure coming in, but Ziad's out to the high ground, and he's still going to threaten
Ziad
his
has
backline
very
as they
nice
walk
angle
forward.
now.
Shatter is out, forces the beat out from Haku. Don't think anyone got caught down, though. Lander's going to jump onto the high ground. Symbol over the top from Yubi. Ward still has the Blizzard here. They're just frying Ziad, though. Blizzard is going to get lobbed in there as well. Don't know if we found anyone all that meaningful, but TM should be able to clean up from here.
KSA with 3.
And it works out in the end. Ult trade is good. Expensive for Twisted Minds, though. And that was pretty much everything in the course of the last minute.
And KSA with a real MVP performance on the Rhine. Very nice fight from him. Now Simwell out from checkmate when London has window as well. But if Yubi and KSA find a nice TP timing, those are ults that you can
So
go through
low.
with as the Reinhardt comp.
So low for a second and they back it up, take a reset here, and Twisted Mind seems to have had two choices, right? You either need to disengage this symbol, which team have been doing against every team they've played against recently, or you just have to try and crash out with a Reinhardt, see if you can find a quick kill on one of the backlines.
TP flip comes out from Alcard.
TM gonna kite into the alley for now,
They can clear this, Len has to leave again, yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna clear this position.
No
No
shield
shield,
for
so
KSA.
TP comes out, engage. Are they gonna
Symbol
try
in
to push
response.
through? They have to push through. A bit indecisive on the side of TM, but it's gonna be two ults and West from Qadsiah, so not the worst thing in the world. KSA dying slowly to the Sim turrets.
Yeah, the Sim turrets will provide a mercy more than anything else, avoid him having to stagger out too much there. And, I mean, oh wait, they tried to tempo it to TM, they knew they had to be aggressive with the ult situation, but weren't able to find anything. KSA had no shield, and now Alcad are going early. Lubta with the opening pick. No chance at a TP. It's a defensive wall from Quartz, but they have to run back into spawn. And you saw Qadsiah all crouched at the choke. Surprise and bang. This is the type of play that you want to make when you're in a low ult situation.
Yeah, and when you're playing these macro comps, Xavier, just like switching the tempo up like that, it can just pay dividends. It can really pay dividends, and the damage is done on that push. Next fight, DM is gonna come back. Supported advantage, close to beat. Symbol advantage is gonna make the most of it. Oh, but they're just caught in the cross!
Caught in the cross, and it's going to be a huge amount of overclock damage coming through there from Lubta, who can just walk forward and clean everything up. And now Qadsiah, two very different fights. The first one was super early in spawn. And this one, still explosive timing, but they kind of suckered TM in a little bit more. And right now, Twisted Minds, really hard to read where Qadsiah are going to have to be. They nearly have all 5 ults, Twisted Minds, but if they get surprised again, they are out of time.
Yeah, TM not with the optimal rotation. Let's see what they opt for now. Yubi will have the long TP, so maybe just a flip to the point right here. Very nice. Flipping window to stabilize. Ziad isolate a bit, but they can't find the conversion. Beat comes out. Shatter opportunity. Big Shatter. Finds both supports. Oh,
no
what?
kills?
We're not converting any kills? That was a huge Shatter. Ziad, remake bomb. Symbol coming out from both sides. Remake on the lamp, but KSA finds the kills. Now Ziad up in a dogfight. It's just an absolute dogfight. 2 players traded either side, but the Rhine swings in the corner.
Need to get back to point soon as well. We're about to go into overtime, and it's been a heavy trade fight here. So Twisted Minds, they need to wait for everyone else. And now Qadsiah, they want to fight early. Landon has the window.
You can't get them off of here.
They need for TP to clear in this position right now, but Twisted Minds, they need their
window
respawns.
Comes out, wall for the window. KSA under low shield HP.
Blizzard is good. Checkmate's frozen.
Yeah, very nice.
Where's the kill? Matrix
we
and the
cannot
TP!
confirm a kill. The Matrix, the TP. We can't get the kill. Ziad 1 HP. The Laptop 1 HP. Everyone low both sides. Astro almost has beat. Beat comes out, but Psycho goes down before. Ziad doesn't have a remake bomb though. If he's gonna go down here, no bomb to remake.
Overclock.
But oh, but they don't have heals. Psycho is down. KSA is just getting shot, slowly bleeding out. But Quartz finds the equalizing pick. Need to find Ziad before he gets a remake. Oh, but Landon checkmate just clean up before that. Oh, and that hurts him so much that Psycho went down in that trade just before Astro got the beat.
It was literally seconds as well. Astro cast it as soon as he could. He knew they needed it.
Yeah, he was spamming it. He was farming it so fast as well.
Because then if Psycho's there, they're able to stabilize. They kind of got a bit of a point flip going, you know, even though there's those awkward high grounds to deal with. But then KSA can slow it down. He can drop shield a bit more, get topped up. But with only Lucio heals, you either win on that beat timing or you don't win at all. And that's kind of
we
what
need to get very fast kills right there. Some dings, even some heroics from Quartz to equalize, but it was just not enough in the end of it. So I actually really like this comp from TM. It was working. I mean, obviously I like the comp.
That's the least surprising take we've had it all month.
It just makes sense, you know. They had like 2 bad rotation and it cost them. Like TM had like 2 bad rotations and 1 like that nice spawn peak, you know, from Qadsiah that just like got them a free fight win. But I mean, yeah, it was kinda It was worth an experiment. Could have gotten them the full camp. Ziyad rolling out on the Winston right here. TM gonna defend with the Juno Brick Sim Diva comp now. Probably gonna be a mirror unless left the ops for the May pick.
Yeah, eyes on him right now. I'm just going to start on the Sojourn though, so maybe just happy to take the mirror. Haku with a choice
Gonna
now
go
to
May.
go back. Yeah, he's going to go May. Going to keep the Lucio
But
with
we
it
have
as well,
Pop
which is going to
Lucio,
make
yeah.
KSA's life so hard right now. They can just play through point if they want here, Alcad. Just bully KSA out of position. The TP is a
TP
fake.
wall comes out. TP
Good flip.
flip though. Both teams flipping now, flipping out the positions. I think that's very good for TM. Attackers usually have advantage with the position of the map. So TM is gonna push, getting a lot of cleave in this corner. Soy
Another
comes
TP.
out. TP.
Full
Just
rail
chilling,
for
both
Quartz.
teams reselling the
Wait,
CDs.
TP in?
But
Psycho's in!
there!
Yeah, they TP in aggressively on Quartz to
Very
swing
scary.
timing, but they only find one. Landon's awfully low. Qadsiah are all quite low, but they just about live. They still have a couple of players left. Ziyad is going to go mark for Sojourn, but Quartz might get that kill actually. Ziyad is 1 HP. He always bloody lives on 1 HP.
Yeah,
he will be
he
fine
does.
and get out of there. Manages it perfectly. And bit surprised TM, because in general, in this version of the 2 comps, if we can just play a slower pokier fight, that is more chance for Quartz to get involved in the game, and more chance for KSA just to play assistant. So a surprising aggressive move there from TM.
Yeah, surprising push from me, like in my opinion as well, Xavier. But maybe they just found an opportunity, saw something, and Psycho wanted to get in there. Because also good to like connect the backlines right there. Okay, but we're just gonna shoot right here. Lamb comes out
Lamb
early
nothing.
from London. Yeah, but Haku has beat this fight before any support from TM. It's gonna be hard to survive this for TM. I really think all stacked up on the corner, no angles.
TP
CP
flip.
comes out, flip TP window from Len. Len isolated. He didn't
That's
get the memo.
huge trouble.
Len is gonna go down, but Ziyad finds a trade. Quartz 1 HP as well in front of the window. KSA, Ziyad both low, but Ziyad has the remake bomb if he needs it. And the payload is just chugging along in all of this, Xavier.
Yeah, team have to be careful here now. It doesn't get away from them. Lubja is going to drop this wall onto Quartz. Quartz can't do anything about that. Trapped in. KSA still
the
behind.
payload
The
is
payload's moving.
Xavier. They're all dying, and the payload's moving. Rally and mess
they're
by
gonna
Psycho.
rally.
KSA and Psycho gonna get a
just the
trade,
two
but
of
they're
them.
still behind, and the payload is moving, Xavier.
The payload is literally running away from them here in their second point. Remember, they didn't finish
Finally,
second
we
point
got this
either.
payload. Finally, we got this payload cam online. The respawns are coming back. Psycho went down. KSA, he was able to get out, so it's gonna be a restabilization. But they're 1 down in this fight, and
They're pushing for kills
Qadsiah, they're
now.
gonna keep pushing the advantage. Symbol versus symbol. Now left there's the mail. KSA really needs to find a good eat timing on this. If he doesn't eat this mail, it could be over. But left there, he didn't receive the beat. Lamb comes out to
Right.
save him. He's under so much pressure. It makes this mail predictable. KSA needs to eat this, but they get the D-Mac into mail. KSA headshot out. They can't convert the kill, but
he gets
Yubi
the
goes
remake.
down.
KSA still fighting for this one now. All ults have been used. Landon is closest with it, but they're just going to start beaming down KSA again with these double beams. They need to kill this Sim. They need to kill this
Ziyad
late
1
twisted
HP, but he
minds.
almost has the bomb for the remake. I think it's over, Xavier. Ziyad, he
Yeah,
doesn't get the
at
bomb,
some
but
point.
Checkmate just cleaning up.
It's the setup that they want in reality, right? Is you want time for Quartz to get stuff done, but Nissim May can put so much pressure onto the Diva, then all of a sudden, TM, they are forced to pour resources into KSA, right? To pocket him to get him out of this double beam when he resets. But all the while, Ziyad is also putting pressure on Quartz, so you have to look after Quartz. And let's say TM's backline can do both, right? They can pocket Quartz out, they can pocket KSA out. You might all live, but you've then just conceded a load of space, right? You've had no opportunities yourself. And it just forces, especially in the Steven mirror, you are always on the back foot versus Nissim May. I was surprised that we didn't see KSA swap onto anything else in the defense.
Yeah, I mean, Rambo's banned.
But just like for
what
Ryan
do you-
again, you know? Yeah,
I
like,
mean,
honestly,
he needs to
like,
go
for
Rhino Winston. He needs to go Rhino Winston. He needs to go Ryan Winston or Ball. But like, even though he was performing very well on the Ryan, it's like not a hero that he's like comfortable with, you know, like to pull out in the clutch. Like it looks like a strategy you put down as like a first try on an attack, you know, like they did, like they tried, like they actually did pretty good with. But I don't think that KSA is comfortable on those heroes that he felt like he had to swap to there. But yeah, Xavier, like in this matchup that we just discussed, actually it's important to think about that that like Qadsiah, they play the more brawlier DPS, right? With the Mei, they have the Mei sim, so it's very hard for KSA to contest enemy backline. They also have the Lucio, but Lucio Bub put significantly more damage out than a Juno Brick, you know? Juno, we haven't seen her in the meta as much because she like her ult charges nerfed, she doesn't find them at impact. The most impact she gets are through these big bombs, big right clicks, you know, but now with Diva being into the play, Juno he cannot get much value in all of this. So maybe there also needs to be a TM backline swap. Maybe need to go over, I don't know, need to swap over to the Bub Lucio, Kiri Lucio. I mean, they banned Kiri themselves, but like I said, I
Yeah.
really think TM they would do the best on a Kiri Lucio backline.
Yeah, no, I think it is the best for them. I guess they were also... I mean, because we talked about it at the start, right? That in reality, what they wanted to do there was probably play that Juno Kiri backline and play for like a potential threat. I wonder if they thought that they were gonna instead get like a sim ban or something if they did that. Like they were anticipating a sim ban and then Yubi to be targeted, but instead they go a different route. And they actually get the tank ban instead, so it sort of like breaks maybe what one of their original ideas were.
I think in their mind, Xavier, I think they ban Kiri there to force Haku back on break. That's my thinking. That's what I think. Like they ban Lucio first map, right? Because they obviously don't want to play with Haku Lucio. Then they ban Kiri, but I think they do it as well to not have Haku on Lucio. But like Alcad finds this nice comp where they don't have to play brick, you know, because they have the Lucio, they have the Mei, they have all of that like pressure already for the Diva. No need for a brick with the Bub Lucio like double beam composition.
Yeah, like it's overkill essentially. Your comp is already so good at killing the Diva. Now actually what is more helpful to kill the Diva is speed rather than
is
more
speed,
damage.
is some damage, some boop, a better ult, you know, all of that. Has Haku been as big as a client as he was in last SEL or not? No, I think Haku has been playing good.
Yeah, like no key mistakes. And it was maybe that one right on, I think it was Twisted Mind's attack where it was like, how have they killed Haku with this TP type thing, you know?
Yeah.
But we didn't really see what happened, so who knows?
Yeah, it was just like one mistake.
Yeah,
and, like,
and this is like really
I mean,
small.
and it's so hard with the TPs, you know. Sometimes you just get caught off. We also saw Landon get caught by the TP, you know, one time. Like, it's so hard. Find the TP, counter rotate, all of that. Just sometimes you just get caught.
I was thinking this today actually when we played with a sim in like at the end of season 6. I was like, it's actually so much easier when you're the team playing sim and the other team isn't also doing it. When there are two sims in play, it is so hard to keep track of everything and not miss a rotation, not kite to a bad thing or anything like that, you know?
Like these teams, they're perma flipping the map on each other, ending up in the opposite spots, double flip.
There was one on Oasis. It was actually like synchronized dancing. God, they both get to university middle.
I think I watched it yesterday. I watched it yesterday on uni. They both repeat like 4 times. Just swapping places.
Just like fencing or something, you know, just everyone meeting every blow perfectly and no one can find a way through.
انا احس راين ما تلعب راين ممكن تلعب جنكر كوين ممكن افضل عادي
لسه بسالك عن
جنكر كوين احسها كويسه ضد سمي يعني ما حد يقدر يقرب منك.
So what's the choice now if you are Twisted Minds? Obviously we're in best of 7, so you still got more room to work with, but is it TVNT time?
I think it's Tiven time, dude. I think it has been I don't know. I think it has been Tiven time, you know. Like I think Tiven is overdue. My chat also coming off with the suggestion to just ban Ana and play KSA on Roadhog. Could be the play.
Put it on the ideas board. I mean, at this point, there might be no bad ideas for TM, as this is now their 5th map loss. Wait, maybe even more. 5th map loss in a row in Saudi eLeague. But I can't remember. Maybe they only lost the last map, so technically 6 in a row. But either way, a bad streak.
Yeah. I think it's a bit lagging, but I don't think there's gonna be any substitutions.
We get
Oh
it
my
frame by
god.
frame
Oh,
right
frame
now.
by frame, frame by frame. If we get a
Next.
substitution, I think next frame coming.
Next frame.
Okay.
Right, well, Landon's not being substituted out.
London is still in there. It's gonna be good. Okay, Astro's also still in.
ممكن نشوف نهائي مشعل ويوصل معنا ل 4-2 4-3 ليش لا؟
ممكن بس اللي فاز بتفوز الجيم الجاي.
Guys, you keep spamming this emote and saying please, but that's not how it works, guys. You all know that's not how it works. There's a channel point reward thing. You gotta spend
What do
money
they want?
to get what you want. Just some TVNT emote. It's just him
Well,
on,
what?
when was this? Was this at Stockholm last year?
طبعا لسه الاخوان وين زياد زمان؟
Wait, let me see.
حول بي سي اتوقع سيزون
Let's see what it mode.
سيزون 5 4 كذا في اوفر واتش 2 ترى يا اخوان نتكلم.
Why are you not adding it, dude?
سنتين او شيء.
That's not how it works, mate.
تنافس افضل تنكات العالم.
Bro,
You gotta-
what? Just add
if
it.
it's no, if it's like a particularly good one, I'll add it. But this is just like a normal one, you know. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Dismal,
That's
for the
not-
tier
How
one.
is Qadsiah differing
That's not
Twisted
that good.
Minds? Just more
Kevin was
coordinated.
killed.
Ooh, all right,
Kevin
someone's
was
paid
killed
for
you.
it.
I'm adding this one. Kevin was killed you.
I feel like this
That's a
one's
good
actually
one.
wank. I'll add it now out of respect for the system, but
No,
I'm not
that
blown
one is
away by
good,
it.
bro. I like it. I like it.
Not blown away by it, you know.
I feel you.
Thank
I
you,
think it's
Dismal.
fine. Okay.
Sorry, go on.
I was about to say, I think it's fine to keep KSA in if you're banning Diva. Maybe it's fine on circuit either way. First ban Bapi on circuit, second ban Freya.
فخلونا نشوف باند فري صراحة باند حسه.
Interesting. I mean, as far as like Diva maps go, this is on the harder side anyway, inherently.
Yep. Yep. That's a good Reinhardt map as well, you know.
Yes, it's a good Reinhardt map. So, yeah, I really don't know about this. It seems like again they're prioritizing backline protects here. What are they worried about? Because they've.
I have no idea, bro. I think they're just banning Bob. I don't think they're. I don't know if they're protecting a backliner. Maybe they just feel like it's bro, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I
Just
guess
get on Kiri lose here, bro.
they're probably going to play Juno Ilari, right? So I guess it's to protect them playing like some kind of Juno Ilari type thing. Oh, thank you, Mr. Rover, for the 12 months prime. So yeah, I'm guessing we're in protect backline for that. And to be fair, it's not like how Qadsiah have actually done that scary a ban in response either, right? It's just a ban Freya, so gonna force like a
Yeah.
mirror, which both teams are gonna be really happy with anyway.
Has TM not played Lucio Kiri, by the way, with that lineup with Psycho
They
in?
have played it. I don't think we saw
have.
it today, unless I'm forgetting.
Yeah.
Or maybe we did see it today actually. But yeah. Oh, thank you as well, Zero Ossa. I think I'm saying that right. Zero Ossa. Who adds some flair to it. Could be an Ana Protect, you're right? Yeah, Gandalf says it could be an Ana Protect. They did play Ana in the series before. And basically, the way it normally happens is it's going to be a ram mirror once KSA picks his hero. But essentially, Psycho can just keep sleeping and nading in the frontline battle. And
Yeah.
that's just going to force Ziad into these situations that he just can't recover from.
Shades of Twilight. What time are you on? 49, 48,
Just
47. Nice, it just works. Okay, so we're gonna have a bit of a slower matchup for TM right here. Like you said, Psycho's gonna look to connect with his CDs, connect with his sleep, connect with a nade. Qadsiah return. They have to find a tempo timing eventually after Psycho CDs come out. Forms just traded, and they just find Yubi on the side.
Yeah, not how they want it to go at all, so TM going to have to... They're still going to keep peeking, see if they can find anything with that wall, but they are being forced back for now. Everyone has to kite, and it will be a reset. Yubi coming back on the main now here. So again, designed to punish for Ramatra. So eyes on Ziad if he can avoid these scary timings. KSA is going to swing already. The TP is out already from Checkmate. TP goes down, so Checkmate's just going to have to walk backwards. Psycho, I think, was looking for a flank. He still is. Sleep onto Ziad right now. No nade to follow it up. And it's actually
Red
KSA
comes out
who's
from
lost
left on
it.
the backline. KSA goes down in the neutral. Maybe some bad synergy on the peaks right here. Ziad is gonna make sure to live, gonna just hold those hands up, and it's gonna chill.
Yeah, resetting spawn. Thank you.
You'll be back onto the sim.
Thank you, Universe, for the prime as well. Thank you very much. That's level 1 of the hype train achieved. And a full
Yes, let's
reset
get
for
it to
TM
level
again.
2, okay?
Nano
Full
soon,
reset
though.
for the back onto sim. Like Yubi now 20% ult charge because he couldn't make his mind up what hero he wants to play. Now 4 ult almost on the side of Qadsiah, but we have the nano. Let's see how we're gonna use it. Kitsu's gonna come out and it's just gonna find quads.
Yeah, the early pick is also going to put TM off investing any of their own ults, even over Nano and Ray, which are all just about online. So we're going to take another reset, play the fight again, and now we are heading into a big ult trade. But a Nano, a Ray, these are great ults for fighting on, but the big problem for TM might just be because Yubi's gone back and forth with heroes, he's way behind in this sim ult charge.
This is an absolute stomp, Xavier, and that's on TM's map pick. TM's map pick, first ban.
Overclock.
Overclock comes out. Ray in
Ray in
response.
Haku very low.
Holding up his hands. As long as Haku doesn't go down, and Lapta finds a kill in Astro's Ray. Nano sim onto the backline, but Yubi can't do anything with this.
No, back foot again. Yubi's going to go down. And Quartz actually with a decent trade there onto Haku as well.
Yeah.
That was the beat. If Quartz can find another one, it'd be huge
Quartz
for
needs
him.
to stay alive at least. At least they're gonna have a tiny bit of a back advantage. Maybe if Quartz pushed with the overclock, maybe Checkmate's gonna opt to invest a sim wall right here.
Yeah, he can even
Nate
go if he
comes
wants here. Yeah, Nate decently
Sim
forced
wall
to
comes
cleanse
out
sim
even
wall.
before the clock, so that's big.
Oh,
But Astro just caught out! How did Astro even get there?
Harassment
TP
TP from
from
Checkers,
very
and
nice.
Ziad is there with the punch as well, and it's going to be another reset. We are in the final minute, and Twisted Minds, they cannot get past this corner. This is the treatment they were giving to Team Vision earlier, and now it's happening to them. Kiri, Lucio swap from Twisted Minds, but KSA is very much in the corner, but his hands are up.
He's
Symbol
okay,
advantage
he's
for
okay.
UB, but double support ult for Alcad.
Oh, double support, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt TM so much. Now just swapping over to the Kiri Lucio, looking for tempo timing left on the side, and Annihilation is gonna counter out the Kitsune rush right here, but there's still gonna be a beat to layer from Haku for this final push. Beat comes out, overclock beat comes out in response, is gonna find him. KSA still Annihilation running, Quartz down, Psycho down, and this is last fight territory, Xavier. The touch is gonna be staggered.
Oh, no kills from that Annihilation. KSA was hoping he could at least find a trade to make this next fight easier. They have Simwall coming back. It's going to be the perfect answer to Libta's overclock, but they have to rush this touch so much.
KSA over to the
TM,
Mauga. Maybe he can touch and live for a bit. Mauga actually a good swap right here. Simwall comes out, Slam comes out, Shout already invested from KSA, but Alcad is just going to opt to
They
fully
kite
kite
the
this, and
wall.
now they're going to have a free overclock before Psycho and
Wait,
Astro
someone's
get their
behind.
ults if they find this timings.
Yes, Checkmate
Check
is
is-
behind, so he's going to die. Overclock
Lennon
comes back
behind
in,
as
but
well.
Landon
There's somebody
TP to
else
save
behind as
Checkmate.
well.
Yeah, they tried to save
Haku as
Checkmate
well.
from that. And now this overclock is not going to find the value, and there's a
Oh.
chance KSA goes down. They will be able to trade it out, but now TM, they have a decent chance, but they need these support ults online.
Yeah, they need to TM. They need to connect on the backline for the next fight. They play the front to back, the symbol and the Annihilation is gonna block so much damage. TM just get onto the Qadsiah backline with a beat, with a Kitsune rush. It's gonna look good for them. Kitsune comes out for Psycho. KSA is back. Need to look for another connection. Beat comes out. Symbol on point. Ziad holding up his hands, but he's getting double angled. He's getting back shots, front shots, all the shots going down in the Annihilation. Yeah, and they're good for it.
He's done it. TM have been given a lifeline after getting stuck in that corner for, well, literally all 4 minutes. It was overtime by the time we turned the corner. But what an important fight there.
What seemed like a first corner full hold turned now into TM in a good opportunity to snowball the map, but Qadsiah, Ziad back onto his favorite hero, back onto the Diva pick, and Qadsiah retaking with a double support ult advantage. But a
Kitsune
super
rush.
early Kitsune
Oh, he's
from
one
Landon,
shot.
but he finds KSA on all of this. And it's gonna be 2 picks instead of Qadsiah and a pretty free retake. Only the Kitsune rush invested. Haku still has the beat for the next fight.
Yeah, blink and you miss it. Now Mauga got one shot, and Team are going to be forced all the way back to spawn now. Full reset. They have good ults coming up. They can overclock for a bit of space. Cage or Symbol to finish it.
So
Haku's
much
beat won't be
damage for
enough.
TM on this
Oh,
walk
great
up.
kill!
Yeah.
Overclock beat though out from Alcad, so we are in
Whoa,
the
nice
expensive
shot
territory.
from
And Quartz
Quartz,
overclocked
guys,
from
next
spawn.
change.
It's such a good trade. The trade will favour the attackers here. Quartz is even going to go
Quartz
Widow,
back
look for
onto the
another
Widow.
one.
Gonna
I
give
think-
himself some more overclock shots. Gonna look for a kill.
Yeah.
Back onto the
Alright, just
Soldier.
one and done. Alright, yeah, get back on Sojin, get going. You've got ult advantage, you've got player advantage. Twisted Mind's about to have 4 ults and great ults to finish the point here.
Yeah, very nice for TM to get a trade there when Haku invests the beat. So now it's gonna be a cage symbol coming out. TP just to find some angle for Lapter. Backline under so much pressure. Shout comes out from KSA. He needs to connect with his cage. He does connect with the cage onto Ziad, and Ziad does not have the remake bomb yet. Kitsune Rush comes out though.
Kitsune Rush out to try and turn it, pressure on, but the baby will die.
Yubi gets traded right here, but advantage. But Astral falls on the side, and now Symbol invests from checkmate. Oh, I really think Yubi had to invest the Symbol there. Xavier, Yubi really had to invest the Symbol there. Maybe looking for a trade, finds a stomp, has the both perks, gets the trade. Does he live? Very nice, actually really good to live there. KSA onto the Ram now, and he's just gonna take the same TP that he could use to get out.
I
Gonna
swear
push
it was
back
a Malga a second ago.
Yes, there's a new hero being 6v6, 2 tanks on the enemy field. Next fight, beat advantage for Astro, and maybe I was wrong, Xavier. Yubi, now very nice for him that he saved that Symbol in that fight. Symbol, beat, it should be very good for the side of TM. Beat comes out in response to the TP flip, but I need to fight Elims with this, Xavier.
They can symbol and force point, actually. I don't think it's too bad. If Yubi gets a good symbol, slide in from Lubza, who nearly has that overclock, biding their time for this symbol. Yubi's going to drop it down.
Has the remake bomb, though.
They need to clear Ziad. A point so close to moving away from him, but Ziad is just trying to min-max his touches. His HP isn't going down. Ziad has stalled this so well. Now Lubza with a chance to finish it with the overclock. Chance to slide in, looking for it. Can't find the kills. Now he can. Lands on top of Quartz. Beat over top. Ziad will finally get D-Max, but it's too late. Libda's already finished it.
He has a bomb. He has a bomb, and he's gonna squish onto KSI. So yeah, very nice play from Qadsiah. I don't think a bad approach from TM as well. But the symbol flip, very nice. But investing 2 ults for that flip is not good. There needs to be either kills on the symbol or on the beat there. So it kind of costs the economy. And Ziad so like you said, Xavier, so good at preserving his HP around the corner. He's just touching the point, not losing any HP, and then he has the remake bomb, buying time for his team to farm the overclock, farm the beat, and no responses available for Twisted Minds. Let's see what comp they're gonna defend with now. It's a good like defense position to defend with the double flags if they choose to opt into it. I wouldn't be surprised if they just go into Kirilusio. Finally, they've decided that this roster needs to play Kirilusio.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that helps a lot, we always talk about this low ground to high ground fight on Circuit Royale 2nd as being just one of the hardest in the games for the attackers in terms of retakes.
For sure.
With a Symmetra, you actually just get to, it becomes a lot more reasonable and a lot more consistent. You know, a lot of those fights that ultimately TM were losing were just even fights on the high ground, you know. It wasn't like die on rotation like we often see a lot of the time. So that'll make it a bit easier for Alcad in these situations. For now, TM though, Ram, Sim, Kiri, Lucio.
But we've seen this, Xavier. We've seen this in the upper bracket final in the OWCS. We've seen the Bastion, the Orisa, and KSA was not able to hold up his hands. So let's see if he has a swap right here, or if they have a crackdown how to play this. The CDs are gonna come out on the turn. TP back, TP flip actually. And now very nice. They kite the first half of the Bastion form with the TP, and then just pounce back onto Lepta. Very well played from TM. Nice adaptation from the last time that they met.
Yeah, a little bit too early maybe with the swing on the flip side of that. Alcad, the shield was up there. So you really want that shield down so you can just play straight into the ramp.
For sure, they just pushed into the double CD, hope for the best.
Yeah, so Qadsiah could have been a little bit more patient with that, but they're just going to swap the comp now. Yeah, just go Sojin D.Va back to their bread and their butter, and we'll just get a more similar looking matchup. Now, with the Ram versus the D.Va, expect for Ziad to try and find timings to go over KSA. Can he land on the backline? For now, it's a Sim Ram just to try and keep checkmate.
But look at this Kitsune advantage from Landon, Xavier. He has it right now for this next turn.
Here it comes.
Cleanse comes out, Kitsune comes out. No form right now available for KSA, but Quartz finds an equalizing pick. Haku finds Yubi, but Ziad is gonna go down. Psycho down though, Quartz with another kill. KSA holding up those sides. Remake!
He's got the remake, and now it's all to play for again. Ziad's going to get on this, skip the other side of KSA, and it looked for a second when it all happened in that room that a Ram would just take over. But Ziad somehow just lives, gets back into mech.
Finds the
situation
remake
looks
as
a
well
bit more
before the
reasonable.
perk.
I know.
He just can never die. It doesn't matter if he has the perk or not. Can just never go down. Qadsiah under pressure, he can't die right here. Should be fine. Support advantage for the back push for TM. Beat advantage as well for Funny Astro. See how they're gonna choose. Might be a clock start. Yeah, clock start from Qadsiah, but this is a disengage
Good
TP.
disengage.
Such a good. But they're gonna
Oh,
chase.
TP to
They're gonna try
chase.
to chase. TP to chase.
DP can into spawn
Ziad
right now,
with the
trying to
remake.
hold.
Ziad
Ziad
bomb
had to
on the
bomb.
off angle. Might be an overextension right here for TM.
Oh, wait,
Can I find a
Checkmate's still
flip to
here.
push back onto it? Yeah, Checkmate has an angle. I think he's okay.
They've all TP'd there, yeah.
Oh, left the 1
KSA
HP.
needs help.
KSA holding up those hands. He's okay. He's gonna get the annihilation soon to keep holding hands.
TP
TP
from
comes out.
Checkmate.
Haku!
Ooh, that's
Haku
a
is
hot
getting
take
flamed.
there. It's a
Haku
one.
is getting flamed.
It's a 1-for-1 trade. Simwell and Kitsune rush out from Qadsiah as they continue to go forward. As UB Simwell fades, there's a chance for Lubda to overclock if he wants to as well. But here comes KSA
Oh, but he's on a
into his
push from
face.
KSA.
He's gonna get shot down. He pops it. He jaxes it.
Why he
Great
popped
kill.
it? No way.
Yeah, outrageous there. I thought Lubda was expecting more pocket. I mean, he must have seen KSA coming. Either way, Ziad is going to get demeched here, and a huge
Annihilation
break
to
for
secure
Twisted
the
Minds.
life right here for KSA. Not gonna hurt him too much. Very, very nicely played from TM. And that big mistake from Haku. It looked like a fake TP on the side of Checkmate, but Haku just took it for
He
that
made it
extra
real.
dopamine. Just
got a
really
kill.
wanted to. Yeah, he got a kill, but goes down with the beat crucially.
Alright.
But no beat. Can they find any sort of tempo timing, Qadsiah? They have that window of a beat advantage before TM has any ults. But Psycho, he's gonna get so much hit, but Astro just goes down in the pre-fight.
They can try and save a beat now. Qadsiah, if they can save a beat, they can use it for the actual checkpoint cap. They are trying
Psycho
to play
might
it
just use
patiently.
Kitsune Rush to try to keep this fight alive, at least for sort of beat, but he can't because Lennon is just gonna keep pushing that advantage, gonna find a kill onto Yubi, and then it's just clean up for Lupta.
Great discipline and patience here for Qadsiah. They realise that Twisted Minds can't force more ults out of them. And now they'll get the
And they're just
snowball.
getting
They
more
save this
kills.
beat. Yeah, there's no recontest here. This will just be first point now off that quartz kill, I think. They're going to TP
Oh, they're
for
trying.
it.
It's not possible, guys. There's Ziad behind you, putting in 500 damage on that back TP. Just donating ult charge at this point, donating this hold. Now they can't hold fully close.
Well, yeah, if they would have all got the spawn, maybe I think so. They at least could have just all held high ground
Yeah,
there
they could
as
have
well
just
and not had to do this retake.
fought.
So.
But now they have to retake positions where they have to retake it. Now Qadsiah with 5 ults to invest. Twisted Minds, they have 3 close on the Symmetra wall. It could go either way, but advantage for Qadsiah. Overclock start for Lupta.
Both. Yeah, both overclocks in play right now. Neither Sojourn has found an opening. Both are just going to try and
Quartz
stalemate it. And
finds
there's
it.
Quartz. It's the perfect one as well because Landon had Kitsune rushed. I think Qadsiah were pretty interested in investing, but now they can't.
Yeah.
They're going to try and TP out to save, giving away too much more ult charge.
But
Twisted Minds,
kind of unfortunate, yeah, kind of unfortunate on the side of Twisted Minds. I think Taiko popped the Kitsune Rush right as Quartz found that important pick. So don't have the Kitsune for the next fight. Still 4 points available for Qadsiah, but Yubi has farmed after the Symmetra wall. But TP flip comes out, counter TP, but the boots are good for it. This counter TP does not look good for the side of Twisted Minds. They're just gonna find kills. Yeah. Just a better TP right there. Checkmate has the TP flip, and the counter TP is not good. Whereas the Diva, whereas the Lucio already set in pre-position. That's a free retake. No invested from either side.
my stream's buffering. Keep going, Haddy. Keep going.
Okay, I mean, yeah, they're poking Landon, shooting his kunais into the enemy spawn, looking for some sort of conversion. Okay, now, next side, Symbol comes out very early from Checkmate, but they're taking so much cleave UB on his exit TP. Symbol comes out in response. Now it's gonna be an ult trade. Both teams same one, but Checkmate, he just goes down before Haku's speed hits. Now Astro using the sound barrier to secure the fight, and this map all of a sudden is winnable for Twisted Minds. They're just gonna go down. If they can stagger him, it's gonna be really big. I mean,
Alright.
Wait,
Yeah.
he doesn't realize that there's one sim, but I don't think we're living this one, Ziad.
He's not. Can we do a
Ziad
quick-
just goes down.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
no, keep going.
35,
Mine's still a bit.
4.
It actually just. Well, it was working, but it's just buffered again. Keep going, Haddy, mate. Keep going.
Okay. I keep going or I keep counting? I keep
No,
going.
keep,
or I
no, keep
counting?
casting. Keep casting. Yeah.
Okay. Kitsune Rush advantage now instead of Psycho, but they need to deal with Ziad and Lapta's overclock. It's gonna be a last fight situation. Psycho, he can find the timing to get onto a Lapta and maybe just ignore Ziad and get onto lap, they get onto lane before lane builds up his Kitsune rush. Psycho comes out with the early Kitsune rush. They're looking for a conversion onto lap, but he's too far overclock. Now, but he's gonna go down. But it's gonna be an equal trade. Left for quads, both down. Now there's gonna be a remake bomb for Zed, and Glenn is gonna have be close into Kitsune rush in this late fight. Qadsiah is gonna find the advantage. Landed almost Kitsune rush online. KSA finds the kills though before Qadsiah's bulls come online. It's gonna be a map conversion for Twisted Minds unless this Bob somehow finds 5 players. Gets the remake of it, finds Psycho. Might be winnable for the side of Qadsiah, but we need more. Funny Astros coming back with the sound barrier. Sound barrier popped on the point. It should just be a cleanup realistically. No more poop to invest. And it's gonna be a Twisted Mind victory. Okay, guys, and I'm gonna say it, guys. Clear attackers advantage situation. Attackers advantage. They held them on the same point. They held them on the same point. Attackers advantage. They held them on the same frame. And everyone who says attackers advantage is not real, you are not real. You are not real. Of course, attackers advantage exists, guys.
Oh, thank you, Unito, for the 17 months as well. I'm gonna grab a drink and hopefully my internet can resolve itself a little bit while we get this break.
I'm not even sure it's your internet. Like my stream was also buffering, but we were buffering at the same time. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, your mic is like a little bit crackly for me, but people are saying it's fine on your stream. So this is why we would. If for anyone who was here earlier or not here earlier, and this is why we were talking about more ways for my internet, because I pay for a premium connection. The problem isn't speed, the problem is the stability. You know, because
I hate stability so much, Xavier. I hate it so much.
Because in a few minutes, it's just going to be fine again. But, like, buying more internet won't solve the problem, right? Because it doesn't matter if it can hit these speeds.
It's so tilting. I don't know how your experience is to talking to your internet providers, but they look at like the logs. Yeah. They look at your logs and they're like, oh, it's fine, dude. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like,
and it's not fine. The thing is, they don't understand that we are working a job, right? A job.
Well, yeah, like when the stream goes down, it's hundreds of dollars.
Yes, they don't understand that it's about fucking consistency. It's not even about the speed. If it crashes once, it's over, dude. Like I remember when I had shit internet when I used to live in Germany, right? And I would DC, I would DC during officials, right? And they're like, oh yeah, the internet doesn't work for 10 minutes. Why you're complaining? I'm like, bro, this is my job, okay? I need the internet to work, and I need the internet to work.
Right? Like, your casting was good. It sounded like a great last fight. Wish I could have watched it, and I'm sure, unfortunately, there's a lot of people in chat who feel the same way as well. You know.
I mean, it was a pretty good last fight. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wish I could tell you it was a shit last fight that you missed, but it was actually quite a good last fight.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna grab a drink then. I'll leave you in charge. But it does seem like it's sort of settled now, so fingers crossed we're stable for the rest of it.
Yeah. I mean, like I told you, chat, these double flags fucking dog shit comms that fucking TM is trying to play, even when in the OWCS, like when I was casting this earlier with CommanderX a couple days ago, they keep trying to play the bub, they keep trying to play double flags bullshit. It doesn't work. Just stick on Kirilusio. You're good on your Kirilusio comp. And you see TM finally, when they decide to opt into the Kirilusio mirror, they actually win the map. It was a dogfight after all, but they win the map, you know? Like, what can you say? Results speak for themselves, you know? I'm a results-based analyst. I don't care if a map is good for Ana, if a map is good for 2 flags. Stop playing this fucking bullshit. Just get your ass on Kirilusio. You're good at that, guys. Looks like TM needs a Ryan specialist. There was one Ryan specialist available. Also, Sim May special. I think they have a Sim May specialist, Lemon. No, they have one. Yeah, Yubi. Guys, predict for this next map. Is flats available for pro?
لما سواها القادسية.
Just bucket Yubi, just bucket Yubi, no?
القادسية جنك بوك.
We need more bucket onto Yubi.
نيوجنك سيتي ورنسابي اختار ماب.
ما تختار النسابي.
اتوقع نيوجنك
We
سيتي.
need
City
more
صعب.
bucket onto Yubi, يا Yubi.
نيوجنك سيتي.
نيوجنك سيتي.
ويجيك ديفا انا شفت نيوجنك سيتي ما ينفع فيها ديفا.
Pocket
فيها
Yubi if you want to win, but only if you want to win.
سبندات. ممكن بيبندون هذول تانك.
KS had a really good map, but
بيبندون أي شيء
I'm
فيه
still
تانك.
like a
مثلاً
I'm
لزاري
still
ولا أي شيء.
a Lana believer.
ممكن
Not Lana believer. I'm still a Tivin believer in this matchup. If they want to opt into the Diva mirror, maybe they can make it work with Ram Kirilusio. I'm not sure. Yeah, I saw Mortas. Thanks for the follow, Jitsu. How is Lan still so pale? Because he stays in his room all day.
يعني تحس البندات
ناسي والله ناسي البندات صراحة.
لا الكريكو مفتوحة يبديهم يبدون كريكو.
I actually agree with you, Noel, on that.
صح
They still have the Diva ban. Yeah, it's actually an awkward position right here for the side of Qadsiah because they can choose to ban first or second, and TM still has the Diva ban available.
عظيمة وكبيرة انك تلعب بالنقص من امام القادسية اللي برضه يمر بنقص.
I saw a difference last map is that Lapta mirrored Quas. He was counter-swapping first too. I'm not sure, Gandalf. I mean, I think Lapta is good for it. I actually don't agree. I see what you're saying, Gandalf, but I think the difference was that we finally got on the Kiri Lucio. I don't know. Maybe Quad had a slight gap? Maybe so. Okay, so Zaya ban, mainly to protect the Diva, I would think. Even though Zaya is good on this map, and KSA obviously is good on Zaya, and it can counter out the Diva, but I think mainly to protect the Diva right here. Sojourn ban in response.
ما شاء الله ما شاء الله ما شاء الله كيس.
Sojourn ban in response.
ما في بريكات.
اي والله
انا استغربت.
والله
توقعت
صادق.
تيمين ياخذون بريك. حطوا بالكم يا اخوان تويستد لعب 3 مابات بدون بريك وحاليا بدون بريك. ورونا السابق.
If you were to whip it out right now, what are you saying, Monkey Mans? Seek mental health percent. I don't know why they banned Soy. You see, Gandalf? They're afraid of Leptus Soy. You might not be, but they're clearly afraid of it.
صعب امسوزوا فيها ترى لما تسوي سميه. لكن بندو سوج اكيد انه تويستد اخبر يا اخوان. صدقوني يا اخوان هذول اللاعبين يسكرون 6 ساعات باليوم. جربوا صدقوني جربوا كل شيء وهم اخبر اكيد. فممكن بان سوج انك تلعب فريا ضد
Thanks for the follow, JVP. Freya angle. Reckon it's gonna be a Freya mirror, or is Lepta gonna opt for May? I see, Gandalf, I see. Guys, predict with your channel points. 78 not trying to Ajax, don't Ajax. Lepta probably gonna play Curse.
لو اخذها 3-1 القادسية بيحط قدم في منصات التتويج منصات
3-2 Alcat, but it's the first to 4. What do you think we'll win this map? I have no idea. It's been so close. It's been so close, guys. Let's go into the map or what, guys? Let's load into the map. Let me hit a quick refresh of my stream just to see. You think it's gonna be a 4-2 Betty Chipmunk like it was in Grand Finals? Didn't they win here in OWCS? TM did. Have TM ever won this matchup? I mean, they won. TM won in the Saudi, like in the ESL challenge. They won versus Al-Qad. Welcome back. How's your internet looking?
It seems like it's been stable. I mean, it's hard to tell because like OBS doesn't drop, but
yeah.
So I guess it's been stable.
Okay, 28, 27, 6.
Wait, go. Alright. I may be behind you. 25, 24, 23.
Okay, I'm pausing.
21, 20, 19, 18.
Okay, we're good,
17.
we're good.
Okay.
It just works.
Yeah, guys, I'm doing Preds. I'm syncing with Haddy. Come on, give me it's a one-man show, guys. Twisted Minds won the last map, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do 30-second Preds. Be ready, guys.
Predict fast, guys. Predict fast. Come on. Yalla. Okay,
Let
let's
it
see
run
the
for
comps
30
right here.
seconds.
Okay, so first ban right here from Alcat was Qadsiah. I think Zaya's good on this map, obviously was the D.Va. It's like a pretty decent Zaya map, but I think it's mainly to protect that D.Va pick, you know? Alcat kind of in an awkward position right here, where because TM won a map without banning D.Va, now they have to think, am I gonna protect D.Va? Do I really care that much, you know? All of that stuff. But now, okay, it's gonna be it's actually gonna be leapt onto the Freya with the soldier ban from TM and Quartz onto the cast. Actually think quite a hard comp right here for Qadsiah to find kills with the D.Va. It's gonna be a Sim cast versus Sim Freya.
Yeah, come up, meet on the middle here, but Quartz finds an immediate kill as they try and barrow onto him here. And now, as long as they pocket Quartz, keep everyone together, TM should be good for the cleanup. Just needs to win this duel with Lupta, can't find the shot,
Hit
Quartz!
one bullet, just
there
one
we
bullet.
go.
The best hit scan in the world just to find one bullet right there.
It can happen to
And
anyone,
he's good.
guys.
I mean,
He's
it literally
human
can
after
happen to
all.
anyone. So I think here, right here for TM, I actually quite like the comp. As long as they just find some like tempo opportunities onto the Qadsiah frontline flankers, force out Landon, force out Ziad, Quartz is gonna be in a free shooting range.
Yeah, Lupta's just gonna play this far angle, TP.
TP comes
And
out.
forward,
Is it a flip?
cleanse.
Yeah, it's
It's
a flip. But this flip is not that good from the side of Qadsiah. Ziad is gonna try to lock down the payload, but it might eventually run out of resources. Now Quartz and Astro on the side flank looking for a conversion. Slow comes out. Everyone is so slowed, but Yubi goes down.
Great response from Alcad there. We saw Quartz start to make that move on the flank, and as soon as they do it, Qadsiah, they tempo through main. They try and exploit the lack of resources in main there. Take a 5v3 while Quartz is flanking with Astro. Works out for him
Need to find a trade right here.
Good trade.
Quartz finds a trade. Actually quite important. Dying on the point right here on the side of Psycho. Just gonna delay it. Now perk equipped, remake perk equipped, and Ziad's so scary. He's gonna find us. He's gonna get his next bomb remake off for sure. So now eyes onto Ziad. Will he find a conversion to the backline? Big ult advantage right here. Haku 50 on the beat though, while Funny Astro has almost charged up the beat. So next fight is gonna be difficult if TP comes out, but a huge bowler shot. TP onto bowler. No cleanse available from Psycho right there. Need to be an insta cleanse on the TP, and it's just gonna be a it's just gonna be a cleanup. It's just gonna be a cheeky ace for Ziad right there. Insane connection with the ball from up there. Gets in the Russian West as well. Psycho inverses as well. But now coming back with 25% beer trying for Funny Astro to see if they can read that and if they can convert on that.
Now, coming back, gonna be beat advantage still for Astro because Haku is so far behind, but he is catching up. Checkmate drops the symbol first. Oh, my stream, how do you take over?
Beat them respond. Beat them respond, symbol response, but Twisted Minds can I find anything of that two words on the best that they can't find any kills. So now even though Haku was slow cooking that Stormbearer, he still have it for this fight. Now Haku is coming in back with a beat advantage, and Ziad still has the option for the remake bomb. So difficult situation on the side of Twisted Minds unless they can absorb one of these ults, but KSA, he's giving so much beat shots, can I find any conversion? He comes out, it's gonna, the TP broke. Quartz would have loved to take that one back, but they're gonna stop the card, and Quartz is just gonna find out the neutral, flashback onto the DP, but Quartz goes down in the DP rotation, but now Checkmate under so much pressure. So yeah, actually quite a good fight. If they don't get any more trades, really good fight. They are gonna to invest to fight, but then kill onto Yubi. Now the full HP. Zia to your backline. Can they find the backline? That's under so much pressure. Cleanse comes out. He's going to go for the chase on Haku. What's the gap? If they get this remake, it's going to be so punished. But Astro with a bit of hesitation. They're just going to make it all alive. Everyone regroup back. But now, big advantage again for the side of Funny Astro. If he pops that beat, there's going to be a clear lead right there.
Keep going, mate. Keep going. You're doing great.
Yeah.
You're
doing a shot conversion. There's so much pressure. It's getting Mark Tyson right here, and Quartz is going to find a pick and all of this pressure. That's what I conversion before. There's so much pressure. Yeah, just Quartz with a nice shot. Yeah, if TM just finds conversions onto that good trades, don't allow him with the backline, Quartz will just be free farming. Invest in all of this as well. Beat Kitsune used now Haku. It's gonna find the advantage, but it's still slow cooking in this fight until Haku builds up his speed. There's not many options right here. And there's flip into flip. I don't like this flip TP from Alcat. They're just moving away from the payload. But now Haku, he will be farming up to the beat. Needs to find the conversion next turn with the beat. Needs to find the conversion. Hyde comes out to TP. 20 times TP and checkmate. He got pooped out of his TP. No exit option. The card just keeps moving away from Alcaz. But Ziad and all of this here equipped heavy rockets, and he's gonna find it. Almost has the bomb remake option as well. Okay, connections coming out onto Astro. So Ziad, courtesy of Ziad, fight trade on the quads right here. Up this fight is gonna allow them to stabilize again, and Haku is not invested to be in any of this. So now Haku and Landon both gonna have respectively 50 plus ult advantage on the enemy supports. Alcat, they need to find a snowball. They have 5 ults. They need to not invest too many ults. If they can just win a fight for 1 or 2 ults, it's gonna look so good for the side of Qadsiah. Pom comes out for KSA. Sol comes out, has another ult if he wants to go for a pop. Bola shot comes out, no cleanse available, but it's gonna go to symbol. Bola shot from left goes right. KSA is finding conversions with his rumble. Diva bomb out from Zia to remake, but they're 1 up and the payload is moving away. Payload is moving away with Qadsiah, using the Qadsiah to try to restabilize this. Was finding kills, but payload is still in the middle of the fight. So now big ult investment for Qadsiah. Bola shot invested. 5 ults invested for Alcat, and they barely win the fight. Now Twisted Minds are re-pushing. With a double support advantage. Only left the farming up to another Bola shot, and they have to give space because they're still coming back from respawns. Very nice winning position for Twisted Minds with only 3 more minutes on the clock.
I'm still buffering.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah. I mean, it's fine. I'm just catching a breath, you know, in any of this. Lepte under so much pressure. Bola shot next for Lepte. Needs to find something meaningful. Need to find an Ajax. Need to find something. Because the payload, they just kept moving away from him. Beat engaged though, but can they convert onto anything? Cleanse is good from Landon, but Ziad goes down. Uncharacteristic mistake from Ziad. It's just too much pressure, but Lepte, he's gonna find a kill on the side. But the flip is gonna go big on the side of Twisted Minds. Just moving away from the payload. Moving away. But nice conversion from Lepte. He's gonna find the trade, gets soon rush on the angle though. He's gonna make Lepte fall. Funny Astro also just with the cleanup on the kills. TP comes out on the side of Landon. But if Ziad does not get back into the mech, it's gonna hurt him so much. Yes, Ziad does not get back into a match on a separate wave from Checkmate and Lepte as well. So now Qadsiah, they're gonna come back with an ult advantage. But then all of this payload is just moving. Payload is just moving in his classic ping pong theory. Pinging and ponging away. Landon on the flank. He's trying desperately to make something happen, but Twisted Minds, they can just stop the payload. But KSA, maybe he thought he's tankier than he is, but maybe he's just as tanky. And TP comes out from Quads, finds to TP high noon from Quads, finds to, and this is gonna just keep getting those meters going.
Think I'm back. Quick,
going.
can we do a quick sync? 16,
Yeah.
15, 14.
15, 14. It just works, bro. It just works. Okay, now next fight. Double support for Qadsiah. Funny Astro, he needs to farm up to the beat. Checkmate with the Symmetra wall, but it's just support advantage. TP above, TP flip. We need to keep the payload under contest. KSA so strong and keep the payload under here. Kitsune Rush just gonna be absorbed by the annihilation. Or is it too much damage? Is Rom actually balanced? No, he's good for it. Symbol comes out, beat to 7 as well. Annihilation still going. KSA, he needs to get another form of. He can't cancel his ult and get a second form. So Astro is gonna find a kill, but tank advantage on the side of Qadsiah. But crucially, Xavier with an, yeah, I mean, nice stop.
Yeah.
But look at the meters. Avril Theory is kicking in right here. There's 100 meter, 80 centimeters, something like that. Lead right here for the side of Twisted Minds. And now they're coming back with a support advantage. Checkmate has the Symmetra wall, but Checkmate and Lepte, they need to be so careful. It's gonna be Mike Tyson on the squishes. Kitsune Rush comes out. Can they make a TP rotation? But Astro goes down. He's too close.
Yeah, they're both dead. Positive
But
trade
KSA
for
here got a shield up and he's gonna find another form. Yeah, need to find trades. KSA finds a trade right here. Can he get Checkmate as well? No, Checkmate is gonna TP, gonna heal off his TP. So still a good trade onto Lepte. 1 ult versus 1 ult, but it was supported from the side of Twisted Minds. So now they're coming back. No ults for them. Quads close on the high noon, but Lepte has the high noon, and crucially we have to Kitsune Rush from Landon. Actually quite a winnable scenario as soon as the OT spawns kick in as well, Xavier.
Yeah, going to be so tough from here. Twisted Minds, they have no choice but to keep taking these fights. They can't disengage, they can't cheat ults. Yubi has already walked quite far up here. Pressure swing, Heinun comes
So
round.
much
TP to
damage.
try and avoid it here. TP for Lubja as well, but he TP's further away. He just wants damage
KSA
onto
low and the
KSA.
swamp
The
is
right
running
click for
old.
Beam.
Got-
He's got nothing. Qadsiah are going to start moving the robot away. These kills are going to be staggered right now. Dangerous situation.
Yeah.
Psycho at least gets on point, but we are heading into overtime. I don't know if they can even touch here.
Yeah, I don't think they can touch. It's gonna be checkpoint here, Xavier, and every other spawn is gonna be an OT spawn. And now Qadsiah, they still have ult advantage, supported advantage right here. Yubi symbol, it's stronger than checkmate symbol in this mirror for sure. So maybe Yubi can make up for it. Decent position right here for TM to win the map, but if Qadsiah win this fight, it's gonna look ugly. Heinun comes out, TP, finds a kill!
Crucial kill, opening picks and with a bomb on point. They have to keep committed to this one now. The bomb gets
Whoa, they
KSA
got 2
actually
kills.
to even
Ziad
trade.
goes
Ziad
down.
doesn't get back in mech. They have to drop onto it right
Both
now.
tanks
Quads
down.
is swinging.
Left in the conversion to win the game right here. Left he can fight the kills, but he can't. He can't fight those crucial conversion. Yubi giving him the slip, and TM is gonna win the map off of that.
And all of a sudden, we are tied up 2-2 right now. And TM are right back in this and dealing with this Diva sim
Dealing
comp
with
as well,
the
which is the
Diva.
most important thing, right? Because it's one thing if you win the Diva band map or something, you know, there's 6 maps
Yep.
without the Diva band. But winning that one, and well, both of these last two, all of a sudden, it's anyone's series.
Yeah, I mean that was so important for TM. It seems like, I mean, it's a very good map for the Ram, for the Cas, you know, for the like ground tank. Like in all of these situations, like checkmate symbol, it's just not as strong as Yubi symbol, you know. Like Yubi symbol, it can be used for the peel, but checkmate symbol, all of the damage is going straight through, especially when I have a Kitsune rush. It's so hard to hide from the TP Heinun with a symbol as well, you know. So all of this damage, Kitsune rush, Ram ult, Ram form in the Kitsune rush, like it just goes straight through the symbol. While Qadsiah, they don't have that. So I don't know if even Sim is the optimal pick right here for checkers in that comp.
No, I mean, it's interesting. The Cass ends up being actually a pretty reasonable pick in all of this. The hit scan ban not making too much of a difference in the end anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if they just play the front to back, you know, so strong for TM, as long as they're able to stay in the formation, as long as they're able to track Ziad's flanks, like it's very nice for TM, so very important map for them to win. And like I said, Xavier, when you were trying to figure out your internet, TM always trying to play these bullshit comps, lose and then play Kiri Lucio, and remember that they're actually good on Kiri Lucio. The same happened in OWCS when they were tossing it away, you know. They're just fucking playing simple on the buff, but Kiri Lucio, it's just too strong in this matchup, and now they're playing Kiri Lucio, and even with Psycho on the Kiri, they are good for it, Xavier.
Yeah, really good for it as well. And now, Qadsiah need to try and find an alternative solution. But really, like, even stage 1 Qadsiah, stage 2 Qadsiah, and this isn't a team that really often has multiple looks. They just get really good at one style. So the onus now is on either Junkmuck to figure out a comp swap that makes it easier, or for them to adapt their style again. What happens now, TM? What do we do now, TM are playing a more compact formation? They are staying together. What do we change? What do we do? Do we just mirror? Or do we go a different direction here? Because I think if we see the mirror come out and it's just Ziad matching the Ram or something, I worry that actually all of a sudden we are just moving into TM's comfort version of this comp.
I think you're right, Xavier, but we also need to consider how close Circuit was. Circuit was literally one fight off, and it was a lot of the Ram mirrors. Yeah, not bad on the Ram mirror. I think he would like love to play Orisa in this matchup, but Orisa, to be honest, just worse than Diva, just worse than Ram. Once you're playing in these Symmetra comps, fast comp, the Orisa just runs out of cooldowns, can't catch up. I think it has to be a Mauga, Ram, or Diva. I don't know if Ziad wants to opt into the Mauga, especially versus KSA, who has the good mirror options. So yeah, like you said, we're moving into TM's comfort zone, but still a very winnable series for Qadsiah, even with the momentum that TM has. They still have a Tracer ban as well, and if you remember the grand finals, that Tracer ban, it hurt, I mean the Sym ban, you know, the Sym ban Tracer, yeah, the Sym ban Tracer Force in the grand finals, it hurt TM a lot, so there's still that option. If TM can convert, like if they can convert at least on one of the maps with the Diva ban and or with the Sim ban, TM really putting themselves in a good position to win the series.
Yeah, and it's just really after how the upper bracket final game won, I imagine it feels so much nicer now for TM to be the team on the front foot. It's Al Qadsiah who have to make the changes, risk doing this, try and force a Tracer Mirror instead, potentially. And obviously it's map 5 now as well, so what mode is left? Is it just Flashpoint we haven't seen?
Yeah, we've seen Hybrid, right? We've seen King's Row. Yeah, I think it's Flashpoint,
Circuit,
right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, so
we're most likely going to Silvassa.
I'd think, yeah, I'd agree, yeah. Better for the Diva if they want to go in that way. Obviously, they could just play New Junk City. I mean, I think what's interesting as well, the only other thing is if they are going to ban the Sim, I think New Junk City, as far as Tracer maps go, is actually a pretty rough Tracer map. So all of a sudden, it puts UB in a difficult situation. Rather than get to at least play Tracer on a good Tracer map, and maybe even... We've seen him lean into these Juno Kiri versions before, right? So we just get like a Psycho UB flank. But
yeah,
but
like
I think if on New Junk
City,
it's harder to play in that style.
Like we were discussing as well, you know, we were discussing even with Psycho in the post match, you know, the way they can win a Tracer Mirror is if they play it with like a Diva ban. You know, like a Diva ban, and then you play the side fight with Funny Astro on that Juno. So good, like the Juno only viable in those like two flags composition. You know, Juno paired with that Kiri, and you can have Psycho on that side angle. Even though I would back Landon more, even than I usually back him. You know, like Landon versus Psycho, he should be good for in the side fight versus Psycho. Like, but Haku is gonna be so stranded, you know? Like Haku does not have the Juno option. I don't think.
I was gonna say they can't do it, no, yeah, because they get away with it. I mean, because Cadets can play a Juno, but I don't know if they're gonna put Haku on it, so they might just be forced to Lucio Kiri no matter what.
To be honest, these first two maps, I mean, even these first three maps, Haku was looking pretty good for it, you know, not too much of a difference to like compared to Calyx, but Xavier, that fourth map, fucking a struggle fest for Haku.
Oh really?
Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just beat disadvantage, beat advantage, you know, like the whole jazz. How can I adjust this shit so there's nothing on my screen?
Yeah, I'll give a map.
Do you sometimes have?
Think about it.
Do you sometimes have the issue with? Do you sometimes have the issue with YouTube that's giving you a sidebar?
A sidebar, like only like the chat one, but if you close chat, it normally goes away.
Wait, I close chat.
Like whether it's
right,
like
can you come to my stream real quick?
Yeah, that goes.
Like, look, when I control. Wait, maybe I'm fixing. No, I'm not. Like, look, when I'm control and I'm scrolling, you see? Like, I can get rid of the bottom sidebar, you see? I can, like, if I plus minus it, I'm able to get off the bottom sidebar. Yeah, zoom in out. I can get rid of the bottom sidebar, but it seems impossible to get rid of the top sidebar. Like, this is the lowest I can, like, the right side, you know? Control 0, my chat is telling me. Let's see. Now, control 0 just puts at this. I think I'm gonna just live with the right side sidebar. I don't think it's too annoying. The bottom sidebar is way more annoying, you know? How was Ziyad benched last year? Was he benched? He's just eligible to play this year, no?
I don't think he was on a team last year, no?
Yeah, he was too young.
Why a pause is so long? It's like a half time essentially, more than it's not a pause.
Yeah, everyone is going toilet, everyone yapping, going toilet. Can hide with CSS. What's CSS also?
You need to load up Counter-Strike source?
Yeah, I think so.
If you just get a quick game of Counter-Strike source in, and I think that'll fix it.
Well, I haven't played CS in such a long time. Yo, thank you guys for the follows. Merlin, Gypsy, JVP, Nasa, Meme Master, 7-3D, Jonty, and Omato. Thank you so much. Who shits
was-
the
oh.
hardest on TM?
Oh yeah, I
Any
think
inside knowledge?
I was going to say, Moat was asking, or reminded us, he was on TM last year, but he was only for Saudi eLeague because he was underage for WCS.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that
I
rings a bell
forgot
actually. Yeah,
about
I remember
that.
seeing him on the roster, but he's not really. Didn't feature in any of like I guess the Premier games in OWCS.
Drama with him in Junkbug? Yeah, I mean there was drama with him in Junkbug when Tread was there.
The Hangzhou Major.
Yeah, disaster from Junkbug, to be honest.
Or disaster
any
from Ziad. Goes both ways, right? Who's the...
Yeah, but I mean Junkbug decision I think to not play Ziad. I mean I don't know. I don't know if Ziad was
Yeah, but
being
it's
a
like,
dick, but
you know what I
sometimes
mean? Like,
you have to play the dick, you know what I mean? Like if Proper is flaming your entire team, you're still gonna play it.
yeah, but I feel like as well, like young player, I feel like you like teach a lesson big time if you do that.
Yeah,
you know,
it's kind of
You're not
true.
playing the major. You know, it's like actually need to get yourself in line.
Yeah, it's true. What's up, Omato? Who shits the hardest on TM? I mean, it is Alcat. TM is really good, you know? Like, TM doesn't really get shit on chill. So that's why, I don't know. I can't answer that question. Well, apparently Proper is not getting played either. I mean, that's true, but no Falcon struggling. You need the Proper effect. Also, like, no, you need Proper in for Falcons. What's up, Omato? Hey, Xavier, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you have DN enabled in your browser settings?
DN? What's DN?
These nuts in your mouth.
Classic.
God damn.
Do you have any idea if TU will keep on Overwatch? I wouldn't put money on it. I think neither are TU.
I don't think they put any money on anything.
Yeah, man. I mean, if TU aren't putting money on it, you shouldn't put your money on it either. I think that's a good rule of thumb.
I can check if it happens in incognito mode. Maybe.
I guess you could always just close the browser and reopen it and just see if a classic off and on again.
Yeah, I mean it always kind of happens. Like,
It's-
but the right side bar didn't happen, just the bottom bar, and I could kind of fix it by, you know what I
Zoom,
mean?
yeah.
But like, yeah, with the zoom. Right, maybe it's true. Maybe it has something to do with my fucking extensions. Good shout. Good shout. If I get spam report, do you think I can get banned? Yes. How do you look like my grandma? Thank you so much. I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
What are my thoughts on snow bunnies and slaw bunnies? I don't know what those are.
To what?
Snow bunnies
She's
and
ugly.
slaw
I
bunnies.
hate her. Fuck you. I hate you as well, Jonathan.
You hate
Angel.
your grandma. But you can't hate
I
your
mean,
grandma.
True. It's weird. It's weird, champ.
Also, what does it matter if your grandma's ugly? Do you need her to be hot? Like, you know, there's a bit of a self-report in there.
My grandma is dead. Same, dude. It can happen. Sometimes people get old and then they die. It literally happens to the
I
best
wouldn't
of
even
us.
say sometimes. Yeah, it's actually
Yeah.
pretty...
Pretty common occurrence. Literally wouldn't happen to me. Big skill gap.
All right, well,
I think.
let's have this conversation again in 80 years.
Yes, I'm waiting 80 years. Maybe 90 years, because my chat is all 2 years old. Yeah, I've never gotten banned, dude, and I've flamed so much in ranked. But I might be whitelisted. I hope that I'm whitelisted.
Do you think you still got the Overwatch League protection?
I think I might be whitelisted. My grandma was on life support for like 3 months. She got staggered IRL. That was just
Fuck's
staggering
sake.
out it. It's actually a good one. Okay, we can sync up right now, by the way,
Oh,
on the
wait,
Be
yeah.
Right Back
Do it,
area.
do it, do it.
15,
Oh, wait, you're
14,
ahead.
13.
16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9.
Yeah. Don't
8,
count.
7.
Don't count. Stop.
Yes, 6 seconds to spare.
It's dangerous, bro. It's dangerous.
Alright, little TM huddle. Psycho giving a little shush to the other team.
Shush. But where's the scarf?
No
scarf. I feel like with scarf the series would be over, you know, but now. Oh, Haku, you see this? He actually. Haku, bro. He doesn't look comfortable. He doesn't look comfortable. It looks like the pressure is coming to him. Where's Calyx? Where's Calyx?
There's a body language difference right now. It feels like Alcad.
Yes.
TM very much huddled up, discussing what's next. Alcad. Obviously, we didn't see what happened. It was quite a long break, right? So maybe they've already had the conversation. But right now, Alcad kind of just sitting and ruminating here.
Yeah, I remember, right, when Calyx was not on the Alcad roster, I still remember the old days. Oh, hello.
Hi, checkers.
I also remember there was like a lot of flame going on between Checkers and Haku, you know? There was not good. It was not good. And now after Haku had a map like that, he probably got a shit kicked in by Checkers, you know? Checkers does not want to lose. You'll be talking his team through what's coming up next. You reckon these teams know the bans yet? They probably do, right? Know the maps, know the bans.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they do it like pre-break or if they have the break. Because I feel like he should do it pre-break, because otherwise you just get like... it just feels that then like it's a little bit random. Because say half times like now it is after map 4, right? Then all of a sudden, if you do it after a break, well, you get 20 minutes to figure out your bans, right? So why do you get 20 minutes when on the previous map you only had 60
Actually
seconds?
true. Actually
right?
true.
It just seems like
yeah, they
bit
need
unfair,
to. You're right. No,
yeah.
you're right. You're right for sure. Because it's not even with the other maps.
Yeah, like obviously you still get more time to discuss it, you know, and figure out what we're gonna do with these bans, but you should at least have to lock it in. Because otherwise, like, because 60 seconds is not a lot of time, but 20 minutes is actually so much. Like, it's really just, you could actually really, like, crack it down.
Yeah, you can crack out the next 5 maps based on 20 minutes. You're right.
Yeah, first of 4, so we are potentially still 3 maps left.
I got a 2-week suspension because some guy named Golden Boy flamed me and I called him Golden Shower Boy, made P jokes all game. Do you not know you don't know about Golden Boy, Goose?
Yeah, like if you think Haddy gets whitelisted, Golden Boy is so whitelisted in every game.
Yes. I hope I'm whitelisted.
I reckon you get like fame buff, you know?
Yeah,
people just accept
I think
it from
people
you 'cause
report
you're, like,
me
a
way
known
less.
person.
Like I don't get reported for flaming people, I don't think. Like, if I would say, if I was a random and if I would speak, I think I would just get spam reported insta-banned.
You could do the experiment, right? Say the exact same things on like main account or like a new alt account,
new account,
and see if you get treated differently. Because 100% you will. 100% the no-name account gets like more stick.
It's true, but I barely flame in text chat, like so.
I see.
I mostly flame in voice. I think it's harder to get reported over voice. I will report you in a heartbeat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Okay, alright. New Junk City. It's been a while, but this is what we kind of anticipated coming out from Alcad here. A sim ban here to force for Tracer. New Junk City, a tougher Tracer map. Diva ban on the other side from TM, so I think this is kind of what we talked about, right? A really reasonable response from TM here. They can play Nat Juno Kiri now if they want, in what is likely going to be a Ram mirror, unless Ziad mixes it up with a Mauga or something.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, I was a bit clocked out on the ban. It's gonna be a Sim Diva ban, so it's gonna be Tracer Ram, right? Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think KSA, obviously, no surprises, will be happy to play the Ram. It's really on Ziad. If Ziad wants to force the Mauga, it's possible he could shift the map into a Mauga mirror.
There's also an
but,
Orisa option here. Ziad is really strong on the Orisa, and
Yeah, actually, without
without
the Sim.
Sim being in
Yeah,
the
no, you're
mix,
right,
and
you're right.
Orisa Tracer is like a stable, especially on this map. This
You're right.
region hates, or I mean, this region loves Ram, and the thing is, Orisa also gets disabled. Like, I think Ram is like fucking OP in general, but also Orisa gets disabled by the Sim option. But now, Ziad, he's so good for the Orisa, you know? Like, I still remember when we saw him earlier, when there was like none of this stuff going on.
Yeah, I think a big part of the reason why we see so much more Ram in EMEA and in other regions is also because we see a lot more Sim in other regions as well, which makes the Orisa very tricky.
But to be honest, Ram is kinda sleeper OP. I thought he would be like hard nerfed by DPS passive, but it seemed to buff him, you know, because his block's still broken.
It's hurt every other tank more than it has hurt
Yes,
Ram, I think.
I thought it would hurt Ram like one of the most, but it just doesn't.
And it
Because
is
it
the
doesn't matter
Orisa.
too much. And yes, I was correct. We're running out on the Orisa. Orisa, Lucio Kiri was the side fight right here for TM. Like we said, Haku, he doesn't want to up into the 2 flags. He's not that strong on it. He's strong on the Lucio option. So now we're going to see Yubi and Psycho lurking through the back, but Checkmate super well off the push. But there's going to be a push main right here from Ziad, and he's going to connect onto Quartz. So yeah, like I said, this Orisa is so strong to help Checkers here with the dive. Yeah, and Ziad is just going to take over this first fight.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem as well. You lose someone early like that, and then all of a sudden, the Orisa... Oh no, we've swapped. The curse has been passed. Are you back? Do you need some numbers?
I'm not back, bro.
Oh, okay, I'll keep going. It's my turn to do it
I'm kinda back.
Alright,
okay, I need some numbers.
Alright, 20, 21,
okay,
22,
I'm pausing.
24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29,
and we're
30,
back, and we're back.
31.
Okay, chokehold right here for Qadsiah.
Now, swinging through, form going to be used from KSA as they try and take a little bit of space right now. No ults to speak of yet for either team, but Lunta's getting closer.
Oh, Yubi just going down here. Here the Simban just paying dividends. And Ziad is just in the spear hit onto Funny Astro, and it's going to be a cleanup. That's going to be first point right here. Yeah, you see, this is 100% first point. KSA gets staggered out, dies on the 68% margin. Yubi can make a touch for it, so now it's going to be the decision. Are they going to look for the spawn, or are they going to try to shut down the touch?
Yeah, eyes on Yubi right now. Where is he? Where is that touch coming from? Can Alcad block his path? You see they're all leaning over to that left-hand side.
Checkmate is looking for it.
Yeah, Yubi's trying to come underneath right now. He triple blinks for it, does trigger it. They need a second touch, though. Can Yubi go again?
Yeah, no blinks, no recall. I don't think he can touch. It's just, yeah, it's gonna be a first point secured right here. Checkmate playing it safe. Now, next fight. Oh, Leptis just finds the kill onto Yubi. But it's gonna be 5 ults versus 5 ults situation. KSA getting a kill, but Leptis just shoots Astro through KSA, and it's gonna be a full trade right here. Ziad Haku alive versus Psycho Quartz alive. With the tank advantage, both teams are just gonna walk towards the point.
Yeah, bit of a reset out of it here. Will allow Alcad maybe to get a little bit of early pressure or early point position on it, rather. Seems like Lubta now just a few times in a row, nailing every shot. But Haku's going to fall. Player advantage now for TM if they want to get onto this point early. And Alcad, 5 ults, but they might just slow it down and wait for Haku. Lubta's no, he's not slowing it down. He's pulled the overclock piece. What are we overclocking? Where are they? They didn't have a TP. They're just not there.
Kitsune from Landon. What did we Kitsune? Both these ults hitting nothing. Pulse bomb doesn't connect on anything from Checkers either. So no ult getting value. Now Ziad, he's gonna use the ult to live. No ults! Getting value, 4 ults and nothing. Kitsune rush from Psycho to seal the deal. Maybe not needed either, but Qadsiah putting 4 ults into the bin.
This fight is going to have repercussions right now for Qadsiah. His entire point is going to be so hard to win from this ult situation, and maybe even the start of the next point as well.
Yeah,
they're going to need like 3
the
fights to
map
recover
is gonna
from
be
this.
hard. We need some sort of magic from left. Hard for Checkers to pull some magic since he used the pulse bomb when he's
Wait,
in
Landon!
retake situation.
Long shot
But
Landon!
he long shot landed, finds the magic, and Checkers finds the gap onto Yubi, beat into the orbital ray right here. KSA, he needs to find those connections, needs to find a kill, but Haku is giving him the slip, and Ziad finds the double backline and all of that. So yeah, we said there has to be a miracle. I was saying from left door Checkers, but long shot Landon finds the opening picks, and then it's just good for the ult exchange. Funny Astro making the swap onto the Lucio now. Beats are equalized, so when the Lucio carry, it's not gonna hurt either team right here.
No, still ult advantage for TM for this retake, but Qadsiah have bought themselves an extra fight even if they lose this next one. So good recovery for their chances on point B. Chance for Quartz to start it though, and that first one is good as well. He's turning his attention now onto the Tracer on the flank, and no escape for
Quartz
checkmate.
just so good for it. And another fast fight. Both teams are just retaking based off magic, based off mechanical prowess from either team. Now Quartz was good for it with the overclock, only overclock invested. Now Kitsune Rush are gonna be mirrored ult charge. Ziad and Labde, they can make a difference. Yubi needs to find a pull swap, or KSA needs to find a connection. If KSA has the, I'm not sure how perked up he is, if he gets the slow perk, it's gonna be over. Right now he doesn't have it yet. Push comes out early right here for Twisted Minds.
Quartz can't find anything. Pulse bomb's wide as well, but Haku dies in all of this.
They
Quartz
find
does
a
find
nice
him as we go
conversion.
off. Yeah.
Good decision from Twisted Minds. That's a classic Yubi call. It's gonna be 99%. Just let the guy touch and fight him off point. Take the 5v4, push with an ult, go back to the point after. Very nice macro play from Twisted Minds. It's gonna secure them the point as well.
No time to spare as well. Landon died on 98. I think Lubda was about 98 as well. Ziad was so close to it as well. If they had waited a second longer, they would have been walking into 3 or even potentially 4 ults there. So a great call from TM. Salvages that point after they nearly fumble a big ult advantage. Now though, Qadsiah with all the ults. Kitsune rushes to mirror. Haku slightly behind on B, but the Terror Surge, the Overclock, a lot to go with.
They're looking to
Kitsune
push with it.
start.
Kitsune rushes out, but doesn't really find anything.
Good
Goes
Kai.
into the wall. Kind of misplaced by Landon. Happens to me as well on the character as well, so don't worry about it, Landon. Okay, Kitsune Rush gets kited. Psycho is gonna push back. Oh, Quartz under so much pressure, but Psycho no answering. But Quartz, the pressure is just too much. Took so much damage on the Walker, and Lapta is gonna convert with the overclock. And Kitsune Rush wasn't vested from. Oh, such a nice shot. And Kitsune Rush wasn't vested by Psycho and all of this, Xavier.
Yeah, so pretty even ult trade, 1 for 1. Qadsiah will be really happy for that. Means they get to continue with a good looking ult situation. It's going to be beat versus beat, but Ziad has that Terror Surge here. So a couple of ways you can do it. You can either just trade for beats, Terror Surge to finish, or start the Terror Surge early to force a worse beat out of Astro. So Twisted Minds have to be careful with this one. They're going to get met early as well. KSA push out of position.
KSA is so much resource first, even with this beat. Beat comes out, beat to mirror. Ziad is full
Terror
HP
gets
right here,
nothing.
but Cleanse is good for it. Terror doesn't find anything, but this pulse pop is good from Checkmate. So player advantage right here. Checkmate, Yubi battling out on the side. Recall both force from both of them. Oh, is Ziad breathing out right here? He's 1 HP. He split from his backline. Tank advantage now for Twisted Minds. And Quartz is coming back as soon as possible. Perked up Ram on the point as well. Perked up Ram. So scary right here. Landing close to Kitsune Rush. Slight advantage over Psycho. If they can touch the point, it's gonna be okay. Red goes white. Pulse bomb goes white as well though. Cleanse out just to make sure. But Haku is found by the slow.
Yeah, good slow. It looked like Qadsiah they were trying to keep a bit of space there, buy some time, but that slow from KSA will seal the deal and they will be pushed back. Landon's going to die late as well, so Twisted Minds a bit more time off the clock here. Landon's coming back with Kitsune Rush. Psycho not too far behind. Twisted Minds do have ult advantage for this next fight, though.
Yeah, that pick. Oh, Haku under so much pressure as well. Both Tracer meetings are on the side, but yeah, that pick from Landon is going to make a big difference right here because Psycho is going to catch up to the Kitsune Rush right here. 85, not too far off, and KSA can also absorb that Kitsune Rush with his annihilation. Quartz, big overclock advantage as well. Can just look for the kills. He got speared, gets speared. Oh, very nice conversion from Ziad. Hits the spear, and Kitsune Rush from Landon is gonna seal the deal. Psycho and KSA trying to answer though. They need to find kills. Ziad is isolated. They're gonna find the kill to Ziad, and Mike Tyson up onto Haku. gonna find a conversion right here as well with the slow perk. Very nicely played from KSA. Despite of that early pick, Ziad, he's very good on the Risa, but not as comfortable. Keeps getting isolated in these late fight, keeps going down, and with the tank advantage, KSA just being unkillable force, that gives him that constant advantage.
Yeah, the ults bail him out a little bit at the end as well, and now TM, though, they have to rely on Astro's beat to be the next fight up. Qadsiah are getting close to 3 of theirs. It's going to be Lufta to eventually start with the overclock. Yeah, they need to get Haku's speed for the long fight. Checkmate's going to get the first touch. We're into overtime. Pulse bomb's a miss. Astro avoids that one. Astro drops the beat. Haku still leads 18%. There's a lot. And they are on his case right now. They are hunting him down. They give a kill.
Yeah, they know they need to find Haku. Very nice conversion, but Lepte answering with the overclock. Maybe there's no need needed. Landon finds the kill to UB as well. Advantage for Qadsiah. Yeah, they're going to go down in this fight. Very nice. So many resources invested to find that kill on Haku, and then Lepte is punishing the overextension position from Twisted Minds with the overclock, and Landon also wins the duel versus Yubi. So very well played from Qadsiah.
Yeah, Lupto again finding crucial space when he needs it most with this overclock, converting the kills, forcing all these cooldowns, setting up his team, and Qadsiah take the lead on this New Junk City. Only one more to go. They've got a Terror Surge and Beat advantage now as well.
So hard to win. It's a double supported Terror advantage on the side of Qadsiah. Pulse Bomb Beat top and perfect timing right there from Haku. Counter out that Pulse Bomb damage. Still but Quartz finds a kill. But KSA goes down. 2 kills though on the side of TM. TM just turning water to wine right there. Really bad situation they were in, and now they're just scrapping it out. That Pulse Bomb from Yubi actually dealt so much damage to the Beat in hindsight. Beat comes out, but everyone almost Beat fully absorbed by that Pulse Bomb, dealt massive cleave.
Yeah, Qadsiah now have to play retake. TM still behind on ultimates, but much easier to play in this situation when in control of the space. Ziad as well, having a few problems with these Terror Surge. I think we've had no value basically out of all of them so far in this New Junk City. Needs value with this one here because Alcad, they need this retake. Coming back in, Quartz is going to slide back.
Early rush from Landon.
Is kited as well. Pulse Bomb available for checkmate in the back now, but they've got eyes on this. Overclock back from Quartz. Ziad does have this Terror Surge. Javelin in, looking for him. Pulse Bomb out. They mess up the combo. Ziad takes more damage than anyone else in that Terror Surge.
Ziad needs to live.
Ziad needs to live.
Eaten.
Yubi gets the kill, but it doesn't matter.
But so much HP, so much aggro absorbed there from Ziad. Very nice eat from him. Very well played.
Yeah, got that spin inside. The Terror Surge again struggling to find value, but the Kite and the Pocket, the E, everything just as Ziad needed it to get themselves back in control of this. And Twisted Minds have to play retake. Remember, TM have to win this point to keep themselves in the map, but they have double support ult coming back here.
Yeah, supported advantage right here for Twisted Minds. We need a miracle from Lepte. Lepte needs to find a kill, or Haku needs to find a beat. But even if Haku gets that beat online, there's gonna be ult advantage. KSA under a lot of pressure right here on the walk up. Qadsiah rush comes out. Maybe can be kited. Maybe they can even get flip for it. It's good to even get flip for this because now they're gonna retake with a beat advantage. But Haku goes down.
93%.
Both the backlash goes down. The next recontest is gonna be so hard, especially if Ziad goes down here. TM is good for the chase. Ziad gold burned and he's gonna go down. That's point for sure.
Yeah, late touch. Lupta finds a kill, but they don't have the numbers surely to get back into this. TM are going to come back to the point and flip it. They give themselves a bit more time, but Ziad is still not spawned, so it's going to be desperation here. They need a few miracles. Lupta's pop the overclock, trying to make a miracle happen.
He wants to be good for it. Psycho's 1 HP. Psycho's 1 HP though. Psycho goes down. Beat comes out from Haku. And that's a clutch.
Lupta's going to get it done as well, trying to finish off a low HP Quartz now as well. Quartz is giving him the wriggle, but not enough. And Qadsiah they get another fight out of nowhere. No tank, no problem. And it's going to be one more fight now. Twisted Minds have to rush it. Quartz has only just spawned. Astro has the beat. Landon has the Kitsune rush to match it. So really even up situation.
It's gonna be so hard though. Beat usually better than Kitsune rush, but in this situation you see Astro has to burn the beat so early if they don't find any kill, but they find the kill. Find a kill on the beat. Landon 1 HP on his Kitsune rush as well. Can he stay alive? Can he get value? Ziad close to the Terror Surge, but advantage right here for TM. They get the flip and he's good for the rail. Overclock. Yeah, very nice conversion from Quartz. Spear comes out, but yeah, Spear headshot, but Quartz did everything he had to do in that fight. And that beat so early from Astro, but Haku he keeps getting caught in those kind of situations. Even earlier the fight that Qadsiah, like they could have won that. Such an early Kitsune rush from Psycho, but Kaku, he keeps getting caught out in these situations. He cannot keep getting caught. Now Kitsune rush advantage for Psycho, but Ziad, he can Terror Surge. The Terror Surge pulls from Kondo. It can do so much right here for Qadsiah, but we need to convert. We need a conversion from Ziad.
Open pick from
Lapta finds the conversion. No assist there, no spear, just finds the solo kill, and Landon finds the better of his counterpart right there. Haku gets caught. Classic Haku, but it should be enough right here. Pulse checks as well from Yubi. Pulse came out but hits nothing.
All important first flip for Qadsiah. They've got the Terror Surge overclock soon for this next one. TM, they have the Annihilation. They can start point forcing through this. They'll have a slightly quicker Kitsune rush as well. So they've got the layers to win. The problem, really, the difference maker so far, I think, has been the fact that Twisted Minds just got more value out of these ultimates here. Again, we're going to turn our attention to Ziad. Terror Surge available. At least needs to get good value to force an ult out here. If not, use it to find some value. He's been struggling all game with this one. Lubta has a rail as they walk in. Yubi blinks into his face. Force back as the Kitsune rush comes out.
Kitsune rush as well. Terror Surge comes out, doesn't really connect on anything either, forces the cleanse, but no KSA, he can just absorb, holding the choke, blocking on the choke, taking so much aggro, unkillable force right here, overclock from Lapta. Quartz finds a pick though, even without the overclock, and KSA has another form, but not good block timings right here from KSA, takes too much damage, takes every clock damage. They're gonna choose to invest into this though. Beat comes out, beat from Haku to respond, and they're all over Quartz, but Lapta taking so much damage to this trade. He can stay alive though, very nice shot from him, and it's gonna be a map win for Alcad. KSA taking too much damage right here, should have held the hands more, and the map is gonna go to Alcad.
Yeah, we talked about it. It's been a problem for him as well. Haku dying in important situations, but right there, Astro forced to try and clutch with beat, but Haku's been alive. He's got the beat in time. He's able to match it, and as soon as he matches that beat, any chance for a clutch or a turnaround just evaporates for Twisted Minds. And Qadsiah, really important, because one, they stop this team momentum. They don't let him win a third in a row, and they now put themselves on match point. And this means even if they are to lose the next map, they get the choice of map in map 7. So really pivotal victory for Qadsiah as we get into the sort of final stretch of this best of 7.
I also think TM didn't see the Orisa pick, you know? Like, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what would be better in hindsight. I don't think in general it's good to save your bans, but it hurts. Like usually these teams, they have like the Sim ban, it hurts TM more than it does for Alcad, but the Diva ban is so strong versus Alcad as well. But without Sim being open, Ziad, he doesn't, like on a map like this, on a map like New Junk City, Ziad, he doesn't care too much about the Diva ban. Orisa might even be better in the matchup, you know, of course Ziad, he wants to play the Diva, but Orisa's so good when there's no Sim open.
Yeah, and yeah,
maybe wish you still had that banned, you know what I mean?
Awkward now. And that was, in many ways, I mean, this is important for Alcad, right? Because that was also the Sim ban map, which we always talk about as being one of the most powerful against Twisted Minds. So when you use your powerful bans, you really hope you do win the map. So they at least get that conversion. But now the map pool is open again. We can't replay any maps that we've already seen in the series, but all the modes are open again now. So lots of choice for Twisted Minds.
What do you think we're going to?
Is Dorado in the pool? I feel like Dorado is like a whack choice, but it's actually a TM classic in these.
Is the SEL pool different?
I don't know. I'm having a look now. No, it looks the same, right? Yeah, Circuit, Dorado, Gibraltar, both Flashpoints, Cole, Runasapi, Hollywood, things right. Yeah, that's exactly the same. Go Dorado.
You reckon?
I mean, it's kind of like a hot take, but
After what was Alcad on Dorado?
I'm trying to think. Look, there's so many series to check, but I'll have a peek what they've picked in the past.
Where's the map pick? It is TM, because Alcad just won. Where did TM beat Alcad? King's Row? I don't. It was on Circuit and Runasapi. So as flat as straight line it can go.
Yeah, the flat maps. I mean, they also want to, they could just go, yeah, I think someone in chat mentioned, sorry, oh yeah, Mama Hamter mentioned Qadsiah. I think Qadsiah is reasonable as well.
Yeah,
TM
Colo's
did win
fine,
that
but
one.
Colo is always a dogfight with these two teams. I don't know if Dorado is good versus Ziyad when you don't have Diva ban. Dude,
What if do you just
yeah,
go
go on.
Suravasa, but this time you have the sim available for Flashpoint?
I don't know. It's like back in the day, like on the like China LAN and all of that, it was all like Servasa was always the bread and the butter for Alcard. So I'm not
It's true.
sure.
Yeah, it really is.
Maybe Colo is the best option.
Yeah, because Midtown is good for TM if they can force like a Juno Kiri thing, but I don't know if they
Ziyad will just take over.
because it's just Diva, you know? Exactly, yeah. So it's like
Ziyad just too good, you know? I mean, if they had the Diva ban, Dorado can be strong, especially with Tivant in. Tivant's so good at the hazard too, you know?
What I mean, they could still just go to Rado and just play their ramp comp, though. I think even like the TM players themselves have talked about it a bit. That like the first defense is really great because they always get, you know, they stall out the cart, then they get that second fight on the low ground, or on the flat ground, I should say rather. But then they're like, oh, I don't know what happens on second type thing, you know. So
yeah.
And both times they won Dorado, I'm pretty sure it was always Virtus Pro picking it into them, you know. So it's just their response. So it's maybe less of a strong map for them, and maybe just their solution to when teams pick that into them. Did they ban Ram already? Yes, I believe so. Let me refresh and get the full thing up for you. So, Qadsiah, they've banned Reinhardt, Ramatra, Freya, Zarya, and Symmetra now. TM have banned Lucio, Kiri, Bap, Sojourn, and the Diva one, most importantly there. I mean, in many ways, it was actually the two teams probably using their two most powerful bans on the same map. Which added even more stakes, yeah.
That's what I don't think I like it, you know. I don't think I like it.
Do you know why TM don't have a coach? No one good enough for the job is probably the TLDR, really.
Chris! You think Chris would mesh well?
Yeah, I mean, I think Chris is actually quite adaptable. Different situations, different teams. And they play a lot of the comps that Chris has had. He's like best individual performance or best like individual coaching performances on, I guess, or like highest peaks.
Yeah,
maybe highest peaks. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Highest peaks as a head coach, at least. You know, I like discounting anything because obviously Philly had that really good run in season 3, right? But
yeah, but even then it was on the macro comps, right? Like the
it was like Reinhardt type comps. Yeah, like
Ryan
Diva was it at the time.
Yeah, Ryan Diva and Monkey Diva Sombra comp, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah. Guys, if you're pissed off ads on Twitch, do not look up Twitch ad solution, okay? Don't do that. It's not nice. I would never tell you guys to do that.
Have we got the map yet? Just players exchanging glances.
Glasses exchange?
Glances, not glasses.
They should exchange glasses, maybe.
That's what they're going to ban. They're going to ban somebody's glasses to make it a little harder for him in his map 6.
Who has glasses right here?
I think none of them, mate. I don't actually think any of them. Because they're banned.
Oh, okay.
الدوري اللي بعده على طول تفوز فيه صح ما كنت تصير كونت فاينل صح؟ اتوقع ما ادري الا صار ضد فيرتس ضد فيرتس صح ضد فيرتس خسروا اي كان موجود.
What do the stars mean on TM's jersey? Are these Saudi eLeague victories? Or do they represent something else? Do you know?
بالنسبه لك عبد الله توقع 4-2
stars?
You know, like above the badge. Like normally in football, when you have stars there, it's for like normally like European trophies in football. But I don't know I guess it could be.
I mean, the TM players won more often Saudi League than those 2 stars, but I don't know
But
if TM
what
has
about
orc.
does Saudi league do it because it has like it's like like this year it's like major, then the championship. Is it maybe championships they've won?
Yeah, it could be. Don't ban Kader because Kader wants to be banned. Okay, so we have to give him the opposite of what he wants.
Kind of serious question. Is KSA washed? Remember him having a really good diva and just being a titan on Malga Ram, but it feels like Ziad, TVNT are just way better, starting to get better. I mean, I think
it's
like,
hard.
It's like a little bit of both.
Hard to
I guess.
say.
Like yeah, like but I feel like Ziad and like one
I mean,
Diva's
Ziad
always
is
been
just
TVNT's
insane.
best hero. Yeah, and Ziad's just insane. And I think there's also an element of like, you know, has KSA struggled in his last few games? Yes. But have all of those games been against Qadsiah? Yes. So it's like a, you know.
And Ziad, I mean, Ziad right now has a gap, you know, especially like on Diva. As long as Diva is not fucking nerfed and Ziad can do what he wants to do, he's so strong. He's the best Diva in the world for sure, in my opinion.
And I think as well, like
So-
as much as this is happening to KSA, this would happen to any tank in EMEA right now.
Yeah,
You know,
like
this
like
isn't
we saw in the
it's
grand
just-
finals performance, Tivant has been doing slightly better in KSA when they chose to play the Diva mirror, but Ziad still had a gap over Tivant, you know? He's just good. He's just fucking good.
Yeah. So I think it's much less. I don't think we're in like a KSA fall off territory by any means. I think it's just like a new level has been reached by Ziad, and now all of a sudden the rest of the EMEA are struggling to match that. That's why Qadsiah were unbeaten in the regular season. That's why they won the playoffs. That's why they're unbeaten in the playoffs as well. He's been like, he can't really understate his part of it. Like, obviously, I think, really, so much of the Qadsiah team has really impressed. You know, you look at Lubta as well, a team that you were like, how good can the hits can be? But I think he's right at the top, if not at the top.
Yep.
Checkmate, I think, big redemption as well. In terms of after like a pretty rocky year in 2024 for Checkmate between like Florida and now. Feels like he's regained a lot of that. And then I think this is the best I've ever seen Landon play as well.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with all you just said. Their team really insane, especially when they have Kalex in, you know. Haku kind of a bit of a weak point. Like he's trying his best. He's not doing too bad, you know, but for sure, fucking everyone else fucking strong. Checkmate also the most comfortable when he's on the sim. Sometimes he has to regain the confidence maybe on the tracer, because I don't know, we haven't seen him too much towards like S tier tracers, you know, like how much we've seen the Alcat TM matchup. He's like, he should expect from himself to be good for it, you know, whereas Yubi.
Yeah, I think what's interesting as well is because I'm pretty sure when we've seen Checkmate play Sim historically, like before maybe this year, really, it's always felt like actually a weak hero for Checkmate. But it feels like it's now actually his strongest hero out of everything available. So, like, a big improvement there. Shumi was asking as well, Landon and Checkmate built this roster right? Yeah, I believe it was Checkmate was first through the door because he's worked with Alcad and represented him before, I think. And then Checkmate was super keen to get Landon in. And then, I don't know the exact order after that, but that's kind of how the snowball started. And then I think Junkbuck was the last in the door, out of at least of the original roster. Obviously, Kalex joined since, but that's kind of how it went. Last chance qualifiers on the 17th of July as well. So this weekend is Face It Playoffs. Weekend after that is promotion relegation for EMEA North America. Then we get last chance qualifier. Then we all get a nice weekend off. And then I think it's Esports World Cup if I've got the calendar right.
When is last chance qualifier? Say again.
17th of July.
وسايكو هم الباك لاين حقك وهذا صورنا اكيد بسايكو لكن سمبل غير سمبل متفاهم اكثر ما اتوقع انه سكرموا كثير مع سايكو ف
Who do you this is a wait, are we going into the map? We're going into the map. I actually don't have time for that question. It is a good question though.
What's the question?
It was who's the best American flex support right now, Landon or UV?
Landon.
I think it's Landon. I think it's Landon. I don't think it's easy though. I don't think it's easy, but I think it is Landon.
Easy Landon.
Alright, so Twisted Minds banning the brick here.
Why?
Let's see. Are they protecting? I guess there's like... Are they protecting?
They already banned Lucio, Kiri, right?
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, they
Are they
banned
worried?
Lucio, Kiri already. They don't want to get banned out themselves off of Lucio, Kiri. They don't want to pick Brick. They're not scared of any other supports. Like, they could have banned Mercy essentially, but it's fine. You know?
Yeah, it's probably like slightly more value, you know. Stops them going like Bap, Brig or something, right? Or some other like annoying version of a comp to deal with. I guess at the very least, even though if it's the minimal likely. Cast ban on the other side is just going to force us into a Sojourn mirror, but again, we've seen these hit scans go blow to blow on every hero, and I don't think there's really a hit scan ban that can put any of them in a
Cast ban
particularly
is
unhappy situation.
Cast ban is good though, I really think. You know, like the Runa situation. TM was playing the same
true.
comp, but just with Cast. Now it's gonna be a bit harder. But Lapta going for a dangerous swing right here. Could have been punished, but Quads 1 HP takes the TP, just goes down to Landon, and Landon check is good for it, just getting the kills on the TP rotations.
Now just need to avoid trades, but KSA and Psycho both low. Should be straightforward cleanup, and Qadsiah will seal that first fight, take it for him there. And you see, we talk about how difficult it is to play a Sim versus Sim matchup. You see Quartz TPs away, thinks it's going to be safer than where he is, but he can maybe
one
hindsight
HP
it.
behind the corner, Quartz goes down again. Too early walking out of spawn, gets punished for it.
Yeah, Quartz not ready for that one at all. A rare mistake from him, but it's going to cost his team a few more meters. Qadsiah, though, always a big war of attrition. Really hard to gain significant leads on Qadsiah. So it's going to be a battle for every inch. Landon, though, Kitsune rush advantage as TM walk up here, so they have to be careful. An aggressive TP could be curtains. They TP in for the flip now. Yubi's looking for it, but one shot to land the perfect kill. No Kitsune rush now, and they get control of it. That was perfect from TM.
Yeah,
I thought an aggressive one would be scary, but not if you kill someone like that.
That's such an important kill, especially with the Kitsune rush advantage and with the overclock advantage from Lapta. So now, if TM they can shut down Lapta for his next fight, they're gonna have a nice advantage right here. Astro also 10% advantage. Kitsune rush comes out. Psycho under so much pressure. Can he stay alive in all of this? Psycho 1 HP. He's gonna stay alive. Kitsune vs Kitsune. Lapta with the overclock to layer after the shield comes out, but Psycho just goes down. Couldn't stabilize his HP. Beat comes out. No beat right here from Haku, still 10% off. This 10% is gonna hurt them. But Ziad is gonna find another kill, and Laptus survives with a sliver of HP.
He's going to try and turn it now. Ziad's found a couple of kills. Overclock's going to expire. Bomb is forced out. And a beat from Haku as well. They're really going for this, but Lupta's going to die.
Yubi gets a kill. Can Yubi stay alive? No, everyone is 1 HP. But that was important though on the side of TM. Forcing out a double ult and getting a trade. So now the point is going to flip a ping pong back. But like we discussed earlier, Xavier, on Runasabi, these symbols, they should get more value for Yubi than for Checkmate. Checkmate can be in a lot of trouble versus the annihilation from KSA. No, they have to give point with that important trade they just got.
Yeah, Qadsiah were up in that fight as well, so it ends up being really expensive. They TP flip, Sim wall, going to be dropped from both teams now. KSA has the annihilation, those two, so Qadsiah, they might have to back it up soon here as KSA is looking for his opening. Quartz even has the overclock. Annihilation popped right now. Qadsiah going to be forced to
steal
kite
the
again.
payload. Not too good of annihilation, but it's still in the payload. But Qadsiah, they're getting some good juggers on the point. Landed with a sizable Kitsune rush advantage, and he's going to find a kill. Oh. Everyone 1 HP on the side of TM, and Quartz is down. And now Ziad in the backline. Can he find those cleanup kills? Everyone 1 HP, but Ziad taking 1 million damage, has to disengage. We look like 2 kills from Ziad right there. But Landon, he's gonna attempt to clean up with the Kitsune rush, and he should be good for it. But D-Mac onto Ziad. He can't find any Mac right here. Might farm some Mac onto KSA.
Yeah, they're gonna pocket him and let him get all the damage onto KSA here so he can get
yeah, he
closer
almost
to
has Mac. Yeah, very, very well played. Ziad will get the Mac right here. Beat advantage now for Funny Astro, still clock advantage right here. But Ziad, he's gonna get his mech back.
DP onto the high ground, but Lupta can't find that quick attempt at the rail. Ziad is back in mech, and we'll have a full set of resources for this next fight. Ult flies though, Twisted Minds in a very good position. They've got the clock, they've got the beat. Looks like it's a disengage. No, to flip to the high ground actually here. Ziad's going to try and anchor point, but he needs so much help. They need to make sure he gets back into mech. Yubi and KSA can look for it afterwards. They can't find it. Yubi's 1 HP. Astro has to beat. Gets the beat off.
Defensive beat always hurt, but at least they still paired with it. Overclock right here. Good body blocks right here. Just vision body blocking. Genuinely fake DP right here. Chilling. And decent disengage. Really. Kitsune Rush burned from Psycho though. Haku has to farm up to the speed to stop the lead. TP comes out. Symbol from Yubi. Very well played. Now checkmate and Haku. They need to find those ults. Need to find a good ult timing right here for the symbol beat engage.
Now they can drop back in with this support ult advantage. Yubi setting up a TP. KSA is going to try and find a trade. Cleanse helps Lubza out of that one, but he's still just stuck there, and KSA gets the kill. Where's the symbol? Where's the beat? Now the symbol comes through, but a player down.
Need to still find a beat. I think you can invest on beat, Haku. You're down a player, but we can invest a beat after your symbol goes down. It's going to be too much pressure. So double supported now on the side of Qadsiah for going first with the beat. But TM is so ready for it. Can they pocket KSA out of the situation? Yeah, he has the annihilation. And support ults layered on the side of Qadsiah. Complete disaster. KSA not taking any damage. This guy full charge stream. He does not give a fuck. He's getting healed by the Kitsune Rush from the enemy.
Another form though. Not pulse, sorry, just yeah. But now coming back in, beats exchange, speed advantage, and KSA is going to run all over their supports with this one. And unbelievable. KSA impenetrable. And this is going to be checkpoint for Twisted Minds. Huge milestone for them and puts them very much in the front foot. And even a Kitsune Rush advantage for this next fight.
And now in this later stage of the fight, very good for later stage of the game, very good for TM because KSA has the perk, can find these solo kills, cleanse invest and slide out from left, but just stopping the point under here, holding the block. Gonna have 8 seconds of just burning time. They need to find angles around KSA, but it's TM that find the angles around. TP rotation comes out. KSA just locking down the payload.
Needs to be careful here. Ziad's found a trade actually. Checkmate's going to try and walk on this.
Good connection from Checkers.
Psycho. Now Ziad can look for this on his next booster timing as well. Yubi's going to get booped away from this. He's a little bit separated underneath, but it's really messy. Yubi thinks they can win. He's going to drop the symbol. Forces the bomb out. Can they find the baby? Can't find the baby. Round the corner. Ziad will get back in there.
Good right here. Bomb invest. But someone invested. I felt like TM was still good for it, even with the trades coming. But they're just going to extend their lead. Knocking down the payload. Overclock invest from Labde, gonna try to find a Kitsune in response. Can Labde find a kill in any of this?
Landon drops a Kitsune Rush, but Quartz finds an immediate headshot here, and it's the perfect one. Lubta's overclock is shut down. Landon finds a trade, but it's a one-way trip now. TP from Checkmate, they need more trades, they need more kills. Ziad's gonna get D-Mexed, and I think they can avoid most of the trades here. No, Checkmate with an important one, actually. Checkmate still has Beam available here, so they're gonna eventually win the fight with respawns here. Alcad, they've minimized or at least prevented any more damage. Team are gonna have to reset, but it's already a huge
right here.
Lead.
Gonna full dash back, and KSA is just gonna stop the cards right under this bridge area again. So good value right here. He can absorb the beat very easily. Haku, he needs to make sure to connect on this backline. Checkmate is calling the same. Get on the backline, ignore the rum. That is how you outplay the rum. If you just shoot him, nothing can happen. And that was very well played fight. TM didn't even down the payload, so the last kills are coming out in the middle of the map.
Really nice fight for Qadsiah because that one cost them nothing here. Twisted Minds weren't forced, but they at least get to take Haku's beat, use it on the opponent's side now. Zia's going to have a self-destruct as well, but they need kills in all of this because Twisted Minds, they have so many sustain ults and they will be happy to anchor that point forever. TP onto the high ground to get Lubs in this position, and he finds the perfect kill. Astro, that's no beat available. KSA is going to try and steal the payload, but Ziad is there to match him. Twisted Minds might just play for time. Can they force an ult out of Alcad? Alcad going to try and be disciplined.
KSA might
annihilation. Haku might have to beat. He's too low to beat though. The slow is perfect. Ziad's going to find the trades, but Alcad, they're very split right now. Checkmate's in huge trouble. And that's it. They're going to have to reset here, Qadsiah, and a huge missed opportunity there as Haku finds himself face to face with KSA.
Yeah, and they're gonna stagger out Ziad. Are you watching this? They're just gonna let him jump, get him to 1 HP. He only has 50 on the mech. He has to jump all the way. There's gonna be so much distance for Twisted Minds. And now we're even on support ults, we're even on DPS ults, and Ziad just died. Such a disaster on the side of Qadsiah.
Yeah, Qadsiah, they're coming up to 5 ultimates, but they have got so far to go. Not even checkpoint yet, and TM, they're actually knocking on the door. 1 minute left on the clock. Alcad need everything to start going their way. A TP flip, looking for the opportunity. A one-shot onto Yubi, that's a great way to start just before Symbol. Twisted Minds, though, they're going to Kitsune Rush Mirror. They trade it right back. No Sims in play for anyone right now. Beat comes through from Haku. Ziad still has to bomb right now. Astro going to hold this one, I think. Astro's just going to let them lose this fight. And these
Let
are the
them
decisions
use-
TM can make. When they have this huge lead, they can choose to lose fights on the opponent's side of the map to give themselves an overwhelming ult advantage when we're into overtime, when we're back on TM's side of the map.
Yeah, very nice decision right here. Now we're even on DPS ult, but like I said, this symbol is probably gonna counter out both overclocks. Symbol was overclock, clock was overclock. Let's see if any soldier can find a pick, but the speed from Funny Astro in the layer for the last fight is gonna do so much. Overclock comes out, Symbol to respond, but Quads find a pick with his overclock with the power of the beat, and now Leptis is stranded in the backline. He doesn't have a beat. Haku wall riding, and this map is gonna be over. It's gonna
That's
go over
it,
to
yeah.
TM.
Checkmate can symbol from spawn. It comes through to help Ziad out, but he needs more from that. He's got a Kiri pocket as well, but they are just overwhelming him on point. No trades coming their way. Now the touches are going to be hard. Landon going for a hero play. Checkmate does kill KSA for what it's worth, but they can't get the touch. And Twisted Minds ties up 3-3. They win their map pick. Map 7 now. All the marbles.
All the exclamation mark plays.
But Al Qadsiah's pick, and because it's map 7, we can't pick push. We played both push maps, but there are a lot of choices for Al Qadsiah to make now.
But there's no diva ban, no, like the bans don't reset, right, Xavier?
No, bans don't reset, so obviously once you get to this point, all the good bans have really been used for most teams right now. I don't know if there's anything that's really going to do much. That doesn't just stop us getting a matchup. That looks exactly like what we just had on Qadsiah.
Yeah, and maybe in hindsight right here with TM winning this map, just because of Qadsiah, very good for their comp. It's actually, it's quite good right now. Like, if they had the diva ban, it probably wouldn't done anything right here anyway, except that, like, that Alcat would have to protect tank, you know? So it's really okay, this whole situation. So, I think TM is favored in this map 7, unless we go to, I'm not sure, unless we go to a really good map. We go to Gibraltar, Dorado. To be honest, I think Dorado might be better.
I don't know if there's like just a little bit of like doubt after TM have had so much success on Dorado versus Pro, who were playing the Diva in a lot of these situations as well.
You think any of these teams scrim Gibraltar?
No.
Right, just
but if there's a coach who's going to make like this sort of off-the-cuff decision of just like, you know, sees through the matrix and sees this is so hard for him, then it is Junkbuck.
Yep. Can you play someone Gibraltar? Of course you can.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, I think with these two teams, they'll probably actually really lean into the sim.
Yeah.
What was I doing? Yep, Twisted Minds 1 Qadsiah to send us to that one. And the map 7 Preds will be coming up shortly after this as we load into map 7 of the grand final. Junkbuck in the driver's seat.
Yeah. I don't know. Like TM has like all the. Wait.
Waiting. I'm waiting.
Is there a support ban right here that Alcat can make?
Oh, the casters saying Dorado is. Oh, they're just theory crafting as well.
Oh, yeah.
We're both going the same direction though in some sort of high ground escorty map, something diva friendly.
Yeah. Is there a support ban that Alcat can make? Now that they don't really need to protect ban.
Alcat have not banned any support so far.
Should they ban a support? Should they play?
What do you ban though?
I mean, you don't ban Lucio
Kiri,
for
right?
Haku, but it would have to be a Kiri ban. But
wait, Gibraltar ban Kiri, and just have Landon play BAP. And just play Lucio BAP. Or even Brig BAP, you know, on that map, and then you force Diva as well. Yeah, maybe Gibraltar ban Kiri.
It could be good.
I don't know what TM can really yeah, it's a really ballsy call to do something like that. That probably isn't their most practiced map. Isn't inherently a great map for their comp. A DPS ban, let's see. So they've used Symmetra, and they've used Freya, and they've used Cassidy. So they could ban Sojourn. They could ban Tracer, but I mean, what does that do, you know?
Sojourn could be a good ban. I don't know.
It's not like a huge impact, you know, really, I don't think.
If you go to another map, right, that's not the escorts we just described, and they ban Sojourn and force
Maybe a
Quads to play
Cas?
Cass or
Yeah.
Freya, it could be good for like their Sim Mei comp, you know? Like play Sim Mei on a more groundier map. We could also be going to Servasa if these teams don't want escort map.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna get a 10-minute break. One more break
That's a big
before.
one.
Yeah, this is also.
All
I
the
actually
marbles.
think I don't know how you feel about this one, Hadi. Like as a player, but I feel like a 10-minute break before map 7 is like it's like a tension builder. Like I don't think I'd like
It really is,
if I
dude.
was on one of these teams.
Just go in, dude.
Just
go
play
in,
it, mate.
you know?
Just play. Just let's do it. Let's do
Just
it. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna I'm gonna use this chance to grab some water at least, folks. So I'll make use of the break, even if it's
Yeah, me too.
Even if it's a tension builder. All right, chat. You're in charge now. Okay, so
You're in
keep
charge,
yourselves
guys.
entertained.
Can I play Sim Tracer somewhere else? There's so many options right here for Junk Buck. Could also try to just let them play Sim on a quote-unquote bad Sim map like Gibraltar and just play checkers on the Tracer. But it's so scary to maybe overthink. We don't want to overthink. We don't want to think too much, so I'm not sure. Not sure what I would do here if I'm Junk Buck. All the pressure's on him. What does chat think? Who's gonna win? Or are you guys gonna wait for the map and bans? What's the score? 3-3. So they shot ass.
I'm back.
Welcome back, bro.
Ooh, I should do Preds out of respect. That seems like the sort of thing I should do.
Nah.
All right.
Nah.
All the marbles, guys. TM or Alcad?
Such a hard call, dude. All the pressure all the pressure is on Junkbug right here. Make the correct ban, make the correct map pick.
Yeah, I think personally it is Gibraltar, Kiriban or something. Dorado kind of falls into the same category as well. But I think Gibraltar's actually I think like Gibraltar's better for the bat taste.
Yeah, if you wanna play Bub, but I don't know. Maybe maybe at this point these teams are too scared to overthink. I don't know.
I mean, there is also just fuck it, like let's just play. Let's just keep doing our thing, you know.
Wasn't Kir already banned? Yeah, but from the side of TM.
Yeah, can bring up a ban. At least I got 4 minutes of this break, so I can bring up bans. But yeah, TM banned it early on. We went back to back with Lucio Kiri bans to try and force difficult situations for hacking. Didn't actually pay off at all, to be fair, but
yeah. Did you see that Arslan Ash got banned from esports because he was taking steroids? And did you see his statement?
No, I didn't see his statement. What did he say? Because
my guess is he did by accident.
Accident? Because he's quite big as well. Like he's a big gym guy. So what? As in, like he accidentally took it when he was just taking like his.
He said back in 21 during the COVID wait, I'm gonna put it up on stream. He said during 21. Wait, I'm fucking it up. He said during 2021 he was like working out, and then there was a trainer who offered him supplements, and he just thought it's just legal supplements, and then he took banned substances.
Because he's been is it 2 years he's been suspended from competition or something? It's like quite heavy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because I'm not convinced. Do roids help you that much in this field of competition?
Not steroids.
Normally
Adderall helps you.
I was gonna say, normally when you think about like doping in esports competitions, it's always Adderall that is the sort of
it's not a cognitive booster. I mean, it depends what he had, but there shouldn't be much that helps your cognitive boosting in steroids. Most of them make you dumber. Like genuinely, they make you, they fuck up your cognitive ability. You know?
When was this test from though? If he said it was in 2021.
End of 2022. He said in 2021 he was taking it, but like it doesn't stay that long in your blood, right? But he probably just kept taking it, you know, because he didn't know like that it was banned substances.
Thing. Yeah, it will be.
Yeah, I mean he was just. It was just. I mean, if you're like a month or 2 months off, it's not longer in your it's not longer in your blood anyway. But like he was just taking it because he didn't know it was banned substance, you know?
Yeah.
Have you actually ever roided? No, I'm not on roids. Unfortunately. And that's kind of fucked up. Okay, what's your time? Are we synced?
Let me go back onto the thing. Wait, I'll wait to some less scary numbers. Yeah, I'll wait. Hold. And 59, 58, 57.
Nice. Just works.
How is the series? We are in banger territory.
We're in map 7.
Yep. Keep counting. Nice try, chat. Nice try.
I'm so close.
Hello, Xavier. When does CDNT get subbed in? I really enjoy his diva. Best regards, Thomas Wilson. Thanks for the very formal message. Thomas Wilson. If you've not had Thomas Wilson in your chat, Hattie, he is a very formal man. And
Really?
yeah, always signs off. But yeah, I think at this point we're not seeing TVNT. KSA has taken TM this far. I'd be shocked if they change it now.
Fuck it, put them then, dude. Why not?
Yes. All right, back to the casters, which means we should be getting all the details revealed to us soon.
Okay, Dario is insane. 188 centimeter tall, 26 centimeter long peanuts. IQ of 171.
If TM took Qadsiah map 5 with no simple, how do they lose to them when he's in? Well, it's also, you got to remember Kellex is in as well. And, you know...
True, Kellex is a gap. They
yes,
keep underrating the glue, dude.
Who's more integral, Kellex or...
Kellex, bro.
Or simple?
Yo, Mo, thank you so much for your tier 1 for 7 months. Much appreciated. Glue theory.
No, not had Kellex on Uncoachable yet, but I'm sure he'd be good for it. We need a long one with Kellex, because Kellex has history.
Yeah, but I don't think he likes to shit talk that much, you know?
No, but I think like even the stories,
he might have,
then, you know?
he might just have like he can shit talk like from his very old times, you know?
Yeah, like the season 1,
you
season
see
2.
Kiri ban. I told you
Kiri
it could have been a Kiri ban, but Sir might be a hot take. Hot take.
So it feels like they've sort of, I guess they've done a little bit of what we said, but not fully. As in, they've still gone for the Kiri ban to force what is probably going to be Bap Lucio. I don't know. Psycho is going to be forced into Bap here.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
Yeah, no, it's a tough one. I mean, of all the heroes we've seen Psycho on, Kiri has definitely looked his best. Then maybe Anna. So probably expecting Ram and Diva from KSA and Ziad respectively as well.
Yeah. I think we're an advantage here for Qadsiah, honestly. I did. Okay, maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
I'd put, yeah, I think for me, this tips the scale into Qadsiah's favour.
What do you think if Quads hits up the cast later in the map? Maybe after the first point?
Potentially. Yeah, I wouldn't hate it.
You know, the cast, Bab, Lucio, Sim. Very, like, kind of hard, you know?
Like the Runa Sapi version, basically, yeah.
Yeah, like, kind of, like, towards Runa Sapi, but you have a Bab. Maybe later in the map, but this map, like we said, is Qadsiah's bread and butter, and Landon is on the Bab, so we're gonna all be looking for a landing gap. Diva versus Ramacha, rest even. Shield comes out, just looking for a turn on the next cycle.
Flip to the high ground here to give him a little bit of space. TM gonna just be playing this low ground. Psycho flipping back and forth. It's Alcad who want to try and force point first, but it does unlock for a few more seconds. So we need to be careful not to take too more damage.
Another TP flip coming right here.
Probably to the high ground again, potentially. No, it's TM who flipped first, actually go behind, but Psycho he's had his lamp force pressure coming out onto him, but it's a flip to the high ground for Alcad. Checkers is so low,
Zia
actually.
taking so much damage. Yeah, Zia and Checkers taking so much damage right there. Every raid is connecting.
TM can maybe get flip off this as well. They're pressuring the point quite heavily. Ziad still doesn't quite have all of his armor yet, and TM are going to get the all-important first flip. Now they can slow it down. TP onto the high ground, looking for an opportunity for Lubda, but nothing just yet. Landon getting close to the window as Lubda swaps to the opposite high ground. Quartz will take that duel, but no one. It's actually Lubda who's losing it. KSA will be able to finish that kill. KSA is going to get a lamp for himself on point. Needs a bit of help. Astro's going to try and body block a little bit for him. Window out first from Landon though. Any kills?
He's going to be fine. Just want to block in front of the window. Doesn't care. And KSA is going to convert with the kill. Now Landon 1 HP. And yeah, this map pick bad seems to be biting Qadsiah. To be fair, first point, the hardest I think for Qadsiah's comp. TM just so good to rotate around with the TP and take the better side for the poke.
Yeah, then once they have that first flip, they can just play a lot slower and more responsive. It's a TP onto the high ground as Alcad try and retake. They nearly have a symbol, but it's Psycho with a window back. Lamp has been forced early by Ziad. Now, little tag.
So
Lub's going to live for now, though. No one to chase down that kill. Beat from
Beat
Astro because
comes
Psycho
out.
was so low. Ziad's going to get D-Mech. No bomb.
Before the Diva,
Checkmate has
a
symbol if
symbol
they
if he
want to...
wants to invest it. We have symbol and
Beat from
beat.
Haku.
Beat comes out first. We need a symbol right here to make Checkers attack, and we need to focus
They
Yubi. But Checkmate, he doesn't get out the symbol even though Yubi goes down. I think that fight could have been winnable if Checkers finds the symbol timing, but he doesn't. And that's just gonna be a beat clock window for Twisted Minds. Landon used the window as well. Beat also invested, but ult advantage now for Qadsiah. But like we always discussed, that symbol from Checkers so hard to use for him.
Yeah, it's so difficult for it because KSA can really just keep fighting, just punch through the damage, keep that aggression in their face. Qadsiah with a slight ult advantage now here. Yubi actually still needs to catch up with this symbol a little bit here as Qadsiah can move to point first in 10 seconds if they want. And it's going to be so scary for TM if they drop to that low ground. There's always a chance for Qadsiah just to TP above them here as the point force comes in.
Also hard to get picked in that little rotation. Might just be a TP on the low ground and to hide. Let's see. KSA is gonna drop down first. The backline's still there. TP on the high ground comes out, but Boop is good. From Astro, but slide back up. Landon going down off this rotation. The Bub so hard to live, way harder to live than the Kiriko.
Oh, Astro's stuck a little bit out here. He's going to go the long way round to regroup with his team as they flip it. Now sliding in, but the lamp just to make sure no trades.
Nice lamp to secure, no trades are happening. So yeah, I really think Landon would have wished to be on the Kiriko right here. But Psycho actually doing quite a good job. Okay, now symbols have been exchanged. Astro with a big beat advantage, but Ziad has the bomb to go aggressive.
Yeah, they've got the overclock to start it. Maybe even window to start it as well. Qadsiah often do a little bit of a flip with this as well. They go to the opposite high ground. No ults just yet from Alcad though. Quartz has got a full rail. Checkmate's going to TP back to an off angle here. Quartz is looking for him, but it's Lubja who starts it with this overclock. Trying to clear space on the point. Ziad's harassing the backline. Annihilation, so KSA can stay in. B over the top from Astro right now. There's that B advantage in play, but where are the kills for Twisted Minds? Haku is 1 HP. Remake for Ziad going to come through. Landon and Checkmate, they all get it. Haku lives.
They're all 1 HP.
Yeah, they try and get on the backline, but Landon is cleaning everything up. Yubi's found 2 on point, but it is now just Yubi versus the world, and he'll just have to die on point. But TM, 99% before they give up the flip.
Yeah, very nice from Qadsiah. It seemed like the HP bars were so low for them that fight, but they're good for the clutch. Now they're coming back with Haku having a beat advantage in 15%. So now no other ults on the side of Qadsiah, but the beat is so strong in this matchup, Xavier.
Yeah, so strong. Still 10% required for Haku, and the window, the rail from Quartz, an opening pick. Haku now desperate for this beat. TM wants to force the point. They've got the overclock as well. Haku's so close in this beat. Qadsiah have to take this fight. They've given the flip as well. Lubja's coming back on Tracer. Haku, we still need 1%. Haku finally has that percent. Beat is ready to go. Haku's going to drop it. Checkmate nearly has wall as well. Landon!
But Landon goes down before the lamp. Missed the lamp.
Symbol for it as well. They want to win still. Ziad's on the backline. He's all over Quartz. He is doubling down for this kill. The symbol helps him out.
The symbol helps him so much. Very nice. Ziad is gonna, Ziad is gonna die late right here. He's gonna get staggered as well. Cannot find ult charge.
He has to play for mech right now. He needs this. TM should go quickly now.
It's so hard right here for Qadsiah. They need some clutches right here. Ziad is not gonna be involved in this fight at all. He might go down as well. Needs to live. Has the mech in a second. Might get a squish.
Oh, around the corner. No damage though. No damage. They're okay. Ziad's going to regroup with the team. Now he has the bomb.
When he needs it, symbol comes out.
Oh, Psycho dies.
Psycho goes down and all of this is stretching the map.
Now forcing it. They're going to be over top. Astro trying to win this one. Landon has windowed from the high ground. No one is contesting that. No, they are. Quartz has slid up there. He's killed Landon. They're going to trade Yubi for it. The remake kills Astro and he's back in mech. Yubi is still beaming him. KSA has the annihilation, but he is running out of teammates. He's not going to use it. They accept it's going through.
Crazy clutch, pocketing out Ziad there, securing his remake, getting another bomb for the remake. Just crazy performance right here from Qadsiah. The whole team and Psycho just getting caught on this rotation. So now Haku, he's not the fastest farming the beat, but he will eventually, hopefully, find the beat advantage over Funny Astro. Now coming back with Lepte still on the tracer, looking for a pulse bomb. Lepte pulse bomb comes out rotated though. Now this is making a flip to the point with it. Pulse bomb is out. KSA has the annihilation to absorb any aggression. No ults on the side of Qadsiah. So first flip should go on to TM unless they find a meaningful engage. Landon almost getting caught out.
Yeah, slow on with TP, so he has to lamp immediately and TP back, and then Quartz can find the kill. And this is best case for TM, because no annihilation used, they hold on to all of their ultimates, and they got the flip while that was going through as well, so great situation for TM now.
Yeah, very nice performance, very nice from TM. So now Haku, he actually farmed a lot of the beat, almost matching up with Astro's ult shots. This beat, it needs to convert into kills. If the beat converts into kills, Qadsiah is in a really good position for the next fight.
Yeah, chance to start early with Overclock if they want here. TM just try and force one of these ults out early. Checkmate does have that symbol to fight on point, but KSA can equalize it out. They're going to TP with this one as well. Beat comes through from Haku, catches everyone.
Comes out. 5-man beat, but I don't think they're in.
Psycho in trouble, actually. They're all over. They kill UB. Psycho's had his lamp forced in the back, and now KSA Annihilation to try and turn the point. The slow is good, the lamp is good, but TP, he still dies.
Checkers goes down though, and we have those windowed punches. Astro finds the kill as well on the aggression timing, and he doesn't have to invest speed. TM is about to go up 2-1.
That's it, and you see the value Twisted Minds are getting out of these fight wins, because they are getting so much of this early point control in these situations. They are just winning like one fight for a point almost in some of these, you know?
Yeah,
like they won the opening fight, and then they only had to win one more to convert it as well. Because they are just bullying position using the RAM advantage to get that objective pressure. Now Qadsiah up against it. They need the next 2 points in a row. They've got a window, a self-destruct, nearly an overclock, but the beat, the symbol, these are great ults to respond with from Twisted Minds.
Yeah, beat advantage now on the side of Bunny Astro. Symbol also going to be so strong. Ziad needs to find some miracle kills like he always does. He needs to find a conversion on the backline with his remake bomb.
TM can just play to force point, but it's a TP onto the high ground, a window flip as well, but TM's flip is good to counter it as well. Good counter TP from UB, and now KSA continues to anchor the point. Looking deep for a rail, but Lubta can't find one. Swings back to main, nearly has this overclock ready to go. Astro's going to beat push though. TM don't want to give him a chance. They go, slow is out. Where are the kills here for TM? The kite looks good from Qadsiah. They can repush with overclock.
Very nice
got the flip though.
Yeah, got the flip, but it's okay for the beat. Strongest ult in this comp for sure. Now Ziad has a remake bomb if he wants to invest it. Clock comes out. Symbol for the clock.
TM are gonna wait as
kite
well.
Again. It's gonna be 50% on the clock right here for Twisted Minds. They're just kiting ults after kiting ults. If
not force.
And they find a conversion onto Landon with the slow timing.
TM doing such a good job that when Qadsiah are trying to factor these kites in, as we see TM get the cleanup kills here, when Qadsiah are trying to get these kites and just wait out the ultimates, TM don't just rest on their laurels. They find a timing to TP aggressively before Qadsiah can set up their next engage. And it's disrupted Qadsiah a lot. And they have one more chance to keep themselves in this map, in this series, in this grand final now, Qadsiah.
Yeah, very hard to beat. Yeah, nice, good conversion from Lepte. Psycho caught slacking, and this, if they can convert this without any ults, KSA might choose to invest in Annihilation, but he doesn't have a butt pocket, and Ziad is finding the timing to go around, takes out the rest of the backline. So yeah, very nice conversion from Qadsiah. They find the angle with Lepte, and Quartz is gonna get staggered out, gonna go down to the turrets, but a tiny bit of a stagger, not too bad.
Free retake. Terrible time to do it, Twisted Minds. They have Annihilation and Overclock coming back. Probably going to start with the Overclock, but Checkmate, he can just mirror the symbol. The beat can keep him in it against the Annihilation as well. Ult advantage for Qadsiah here. They need to win this fight. TP to flip through. Just trying to take a bit of space. They're going over to point already. They want to drag the fight back here, TM. They have the Overclock and Annihilation for it. Landon down to half HP. Little bit of pressure now. No ults invested yet from either side. Patience, patience. Quartz is going to go first. Window and be back and symbol. It's all the ults thrown in from both teams right now. Ziad still has the bomb. KSA is getting pressured for Symbol to swing even more aggressively. He's 1 HP.
KSA going down. Haku, very nice play from him. Gets that backshot angle. And this point will be secured for Qadsiah. We're going into final point, Xavier.
Took every map, took every point of this flashpoint. KSA is going ball. We're not recontesting KSA. Grow
KSA,
up.
grow up. There's no touch coming. He's gonna
He's
touch.
on
He's
it.
taking out the
He's
sim turret,
on it.
setting up his slam. Big slam.
KSA.
Bro,
KSA
no
doesn't
touch.
1v5 clutch on the ball in what is the least surprising thing that's happened all series. All the marbles. Map 7, round 5. Beat for Astro, window for Psycho. Nearly a wall for UB. Ult advantage for
Big
TM
ult
for this first
advantage
fight.
for TM. They need, but they have the clock and they have the diva bomb. They have those two players that can make a clutch situation right here. We need Ziad and Lapte to connect. We need an early kill onto Astro or Psycho. It's the only way they can win this fight. With TM's overwhelming ult
Window.
advantage, clock
B.
comes out on the angle.
Forces
Window
both of them, and
clock,
Alcad are going to
yeah,
try and
not
kite
bad.
actually now.
They can touch before the flip as well if they play it well here, Qadsiah. Very nice. 1 for 2 ults right here. Getting a deep rotation.
Oh,
Getting
Psycho!
the Psycho gets caught in the wall.
TM still get the flip though.
They're gonna get flip, but Psycho, the most important kill that could have went down there.
Ziad now just cleaning up the backline. Limited pocket for Quartz. That's going to be an easy kill. And Twisted Minds, all they can do is take what percent they can get here. They will have to reset, and it's a quick retake for Qadsiah after losing that first flip. And 4 ults coming up for them. TM are in a hole now.
Not good for Twist Minds at all. They committed their best ults, and there's the remake bomb. They committed the symbol and the beat. Now Haku is gonna have a beat. It could even, if this fight goes long, this is last fight territory, Xavier. Let's see how TM is gonna opt to take the fight. Are they gonna take a fast fight? Are they gonna find a conversion with the CP? TP to rotate to the point, counter TP, but Ziad is just locked down the point. Has the bomb if he needs it, but Window invested to not have to bomb Quartz. He finds the movement to get out. Lamp invested from Psycho right here. But now if this fight goes long, oh, very nice from KSA. Finds the connection before the beat from Haku. TP comes out to dodge incoming damage. Slow, goes wide. Can he find checkmate? Checkmate not on the TP. Checkmate is gonna go down right here. Ziad is investing the bomb, but checkmate. But wait, they find a connection to Yubi. It's not good. It's not good. Some missing team synergy right here. Lamp comes out to save, but yeah, very decent right there. Checkmate knew he was going down. He didn't have the TP to disengage. Didn't want to commit the wall because he would go down anyway. But Ziad, he fall was winnable. He's investing the bomb. So now TM is going to be final fight, and they have 2 ults. They have 2 support ults and the overclock. Checkmate symbol. It hopefully can negate some of this overclock damage from Quartz right here. But TM in a good position to win the map, win the series.
We're going to step onto point right now. Qadsiah, they're going to clear these turrets. Simwall ready to go. Looking for their chances. Quartz first with the overclock. Qadsiah, they have time to disengage one, but this next fight they have to commit to it. The kite is good. TM can't find any more aggression at this moment. They're going to walk up right now. TM can really
find the timing right here with the speed. It's for all the marbles. Simwall comes out. Beat will have to come out in response. Are they going to opt to try to kite? Beat has to come out. Lamp beat. They're going to get a slight disengage on it as well. Now clock comes out on the TP. Tail end of the TP. So landed one HP on the sim turret. Landon goes down. Lepton needs to convert.
They need to find it now. Checkmate goes down. They're running out of steam. Yubi gets the symbol just when they need it. Look to find a kill. It might be too little, too late. Ziad his teammates and Twisted Minds. They're going to do it. They reverse the upper bracket 3-0. They win the Saudi eLeague Major 2. And what a
very
performance.
nice. Very nice from TM. Insane series. GG's. TM wins. Landon couldn't farm up to the window. Haku couldn't farm up onto the beat. I think if Kellex is in the lobby, it's looking different.
Yeah, same case for both teams though, right? Both teams playing without one of their starting support players.
Yep, very true. Oh.
All love between the old SSG boys. But what a day, what a game. What a performance from Twisted Minds. After they lost 3-0 in the upper bracket, it was starting to feel like, just a bit hard without Simple, maybe. Alcad are too far ahead. They were ahead before, they're even further ahead now. Junkbuck, you know, they often say TM, well, when Junkbuck's not there, it's a bit more straightforward to beat him. But Junkbuck's there. But this time, TM, they come out on top. They do it all the way through this grand final.
I think honestly, I think Junkbug messed up with the map selection and with the bans on that map. On Vasa, you know, we've talked about when KSA struggles on the RAM. He struggles when they're able to go around him and when his objective pressure is not significant. But on a flashpoint map like Vasa, you see, we were talking about KSA, he can just lock down the point, and even if they lose the fight, they just convert those kills. And they just like keep getting up point percentage and all of that.
Yeah, and I mean, we talk about Ziad so much. He looks like the best tank in EMEA, the best diva in the world probably right now. But as we went further and further through that series, Ziad's impact went down. They found more ways to deal with him, they stayed more compact, and all of a sudden, even with a stand-in support, right, like Psycho playing Baptiste into Ziad Diva, feels like it could be a recipe for disaster, but he played it really well, you know. There was a few times when, it was that one when he got caught on the rotation actually at the start of the final point, which maybe felt like it could be a pivotal mistake, but TM recover from that, they trade it out, and actually, mistakes in that final fight, Alcad's decision, I think Checkmate actually had a window to invest that symbol. I was surprised he didn't. And then when Ziad invests bomb, it's just somebody saying winnable and somebody saying no, and then all of a sudden, that last fight, they just don't have the ults to win, right? They kite one, but TM still have 2 ults, nearly a symbol, nearly 3. No, really difficult to win that fight without, like, Lubda needs to go crazy with the overclock or something.
Lubda needs to find a kill, they need to... They need to find an Ajax, they need to find something, but very nice. They had so much pressure on them, but Psycho with the presence of mind to commit the lamp just to make sure they're gonna live, get the beat off, 5-person beat, and then it's so hard to win for Qadsiah.
Yeah, I think Astro did a really good job, actually, because a lot of Astro's beats, especially on that Saravasa, were really just reactive beats, you know? And these are the ones that are hard to get right with Lucio. When your team says, we're going to beat push, and you can just sort of amp everyone around the corner, you've got a target, or you're punishing a cooldown, and you just have to press beat in not too scary a situation to make sure you get it off. This should be straightforward for these top Lucio players. But these ones where, like, Psycho has to lamp to keep himself alive, and Astro just has to hit it in time to make sure nobody dies, these ones are tricky under all this
very
pressure.
hard, yeah.
But he hit like 2 or 3 of them then that were crucial, including that one on the last point.
Yeah, and yeah, overall, very nice performance from Psycho, to be honest. Psycho clutching up when his off-roll is needed, they win with Psycho in. So yeah, very good.
Yeah, I think as well, like, this comes back, you know, like, obviously people, the easiest thing to point to is the player changes, blame the player who's standing in, etc. But I think, even though Alcad were dominant in the playoffs, they were dominant overall in terms of going unbeaten, but I think TM were the team that gave them the most trouble. I think you ask either of these teams what they think of the other in scrims, and it's always tit for tat, blow for blow, maps traded, you know? Like Psycho said, he was expecting map 7 in the OWCS playoff final, didn't quite get there. But this time,
got to the map 6, now went to the map 7, and they were good for him. Yeah. So yeah, you know, Psycho, he says they look unbeatable, they are unbeatable. Seems like Psycho has to be in to be unbeatable.
Psycho is unbeatable, I see.
TM is not unbeatable, but Psycho is just unbeatable. So yeah, very nice, very nice. Good job all around from TM. Actually, you know, we can blame like player substitutions, everything, but to be honest, I think Junkbug trolled. I
don't know. I agreed. I would have preferred Gibraltar than Saravasa.
Gibraltar, or even Dobrado, even though TM have that good hold, like the RAM, you need to pick a very strong diva map. Even though Saravasa, like I said, it used to be the bread and butter of Qadsiah. The RAM, like we said, it's just strong at getting those 50% on the point. And then when you're in a situation where Funny Astro is consistently out farming the beat of Haku, you get 50% off of just the superior point pressure of the RAM, off of those annihilation to absorb, and then you just win one beat advantage fight and the point is over, you know? So I actually think not too good of a map selection and even ban selection. Because if you consider, of course, Landon, he is the best Bub, but right now I think he's also the best Kiriko, and I think he was making more of a difference on Kiriko than whenever he played Bub, especially considering like the Ramacha value onto a Kiriko was on a Bub, you know? You can catch out those Baptiste rotations with that slow perk, what you can't do on a Kiriko.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe like it was more of a problem at the start of that Saravasa, where Landon got caught early a couple of times. Window's also a harder ult to get value out of, especially versus a Ram, right? Really hard to find that
Bub's
opening.
way more punishing, especially when there's like 2 TPs. Bub is so punishing.
But then what's the alternative ban then? You just take the Kiri mirror and you just
Yeah, just take the Kiri mirror, ban basically nothing. It's fine. Just play like because they already banned Kiri Lucio, right? Alcad, you don't even need to protect support. Don't have to overthink the ban, you know, all bans are out. Don't have to ban anything.
I don't know. I feel like it goes both ways, right? Because if they just take the mirror and they lose the mirror again, we'd be saying the same thing about Gibraltar, right? Or like, why haven't we gone to this, you know? So I don't know. I can get behind the BAP decision on paper. I feel like I can see more of an argument that Saravasa wasn't like the best map. But I guess we talked about it, right? The idea of going Gibraltar is like
scary.
real ballsy. When even though you've lost the previous map, I mean, it's literally 3-3. It couldn't be more even between these two teams up until that point, right? So it's not like you don't back yourself at all in it.
Who's the MVP?
MVP? Ooh. Twisted Minds. It's so hard. It's so hard, actually.
Astro, I think. Biggest gap.
I was actually thinking Astro as well. Because I think all of these beats were good. You know on New Junk City as well, right? Where Qadsiah had a series of ult disasters. I feel like the support ult pushes were always better from Twisted Minds.
Yep,
like a couple of Akiri ults, maybe there was one here at the start of Rena Sappy, and that was really shallow stuff like this. But I think that's not just Astro, but it's like a team thing as well. Like even when they did a couple of Kitsune rushes that felt early from Twisted Minds, they did what all the best teams do. Like Falcons are probably the best team in the world at this. Well, maybe not right now, but in general, Falcons are really good at this. Of doing a support ult push, and even if they don't find immediate value, they just recognize, yo, we've got cooldown advantage. Keep pushing into an area, even if it's a bit unorthodox or something, or even if we have point control. And TM did this on a few occasions there, and it punished Qadsiah. And even though Qadsiah's kite looked good initially, TM didn't give up the chase. They realized they had that advantage to push, and they go for it. So yeah, I could get behind an Astro MVP.
Because I think Quartz was really good, you know, but Lepta was also really good, you know. I think Checkers was really good, but Yubi was also really good, you know. Like even during the tanks, like Ziad usually has like a really good performance, but it was pretty even, I would say, you know. Like everything was pretty even, but I think Astro had like a clear difference maker, you know. If you wanna reward a difference maker, I think it's for sure Astro. Maybe hard to give main support MVP, they never want to give it to main support. So maybe it's gonna be Quartz. I feel like maybe next is Quartz. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's the nature. Whenever you get this close in a series, what you essentially have is just different players with difference makers on different maps. So it's really hard to factor it all into who wins. So
I think the consistent one is Astro, though. I really think.
Yeah.
Because I think like giving it to Psycho would be silly, because even though he played really well on the BAP, like Landon for sure got the gap on the Kiri, you know. So I think it should be Quartz or Astro. I think it should be Astro, but could go to Quartz either way.
Yeah, I feel like Quartz is like the easy choice, right? Give it to the hit scan. I mean, I still think, like you said, Lubza did a lot in this, you know?
Yeah.
Decent performance on the Tracer when we're playing it.
Almost be a disrespect to Lepta, you know? Because Lepta played really well.
Because I feel like what Quartz got was Quartz got the clips, you know? Like he got the clean overclock, like the 3 or 4Ks. But like that kill we just saw on Cycle and Rotation, Lubda was so good at they just gets the opening pick, right? I think we talked about it with Lubza before, but there's just Sojin is such, especially with overclock, that first shot is so important.
Yep.
I feel like
Yep.
that's
You have
where...
one window. You have one window.
Yeah, and that's where Lubda is so good, and I think actually better than a lot of Sojins. Is his level of consistency on that one is so high with just these like single
Also
rail opportunities.
Yep. And then they just convert. There's so many conversions on that server, so of just picking off Psycho on these one-turn rotations, and then just like after that he doesn't get like the clip dump pop off, but they always convert the fight over the kill. So that's all that counts, you know.
Yeah, I think also a lot of respect from Twisted Minds, right? Because what they've done here is actually something that no team has done all stage in terms of beating out Qadsiah. And I don't mean this as like a point against Ziad, but this is like, especially these last few maps, it's felt like when Ziad has been the most contained, right? And I think that's not a Ziad flame, that is a credit to Twisted Minds for the adaptation, the playstyle change.
I agree with you for sure. Getting the playstyle change, getting the formation change, you know, like being really like Ziad. I mean, realistically, Ziad is good for it, but Ziad, like D.Va, all these diver heroes like a Tracer, like a D.Va, all of those, they thrive when there's chaos, you know? They thrive when there's chaos, they thrive when there's a D-Circ on the backline, on the team. They thrive when everyone cannot stay like in rotation properly. But sometimes actually I feel like Qadsiah, like uncharacteristically, they were caught out of rotation, even though they're not playing D.Va comp, you know? Like they were caught out of rotations, they were getting messed up, and Ziad, he couldn't find those opportunities. And in my opinion, considering how good of a player Ziad is, maybe there were just not many opportunities there, you know, for Ziad to find, because TM was playing so clean on the rotation, and especially credit to them doing that with a flex DPS on flex support, and Psycho playing it really well, fitting into that system. There must be a lot of credit onto Psycho, Astro, and Yubi for sure.
Yeah, like especially when you think somebody off-rolling, map 7, high pressure, this is where all of a sudden the cracks can start to show a bit, you know? But there were mistakes still, you know, but I think really kept a lid on them. Especially when, in reality, like Qadsiah's last play on that map 7 was to target Psycho.
Yeah, for sure.
مين الام في بي؟ احنا عارفين مين الام
في بي
وبيجي معانا في الاستديو حاليا، فصراحه احنا متحمسين ويبدو
wait, is this tournament MVP or
زياد هو الام في بي
finals MVP؟
مبروك وهارد لك ام في بي رغم الخساره.
What؟
صدق ان شعور محزن خسرنا. صح ان
What؟
Oh yeah, apparently it's tournament MVP.
طبيعي. اي عادي بس انه شو اسمه الحمد لله اني MVP يعني.
Who's tournament MVP? Okay, so because I think we're probably actually in agreement that like Astro was the biggest difference maker in the final.
Yep.
But if we go tournament wide,
whatever, bro. Just give it to somebody. I don't really care. just give it to Ziad. Why not? Congrats to Ziad, I guess. He deserves it. Would have been nicer if he won the series, but yeah, whatever.
Why does it say I love you? I'm not sure.
It used to be his old gamer tag.
Oh, okay. It's a throwback.
Throwback Thursday. It actually is Throwback Thursday, no?
Yes, I mean, obviously, that's why they're using his old name.
I mean, it's Throwback Thursday, but it's Throwback Thursday on a Thursday, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like even when you give tournament MVP, the grand finals itself should be is worth more than anything else.
It's so tilting. It's so tilting when you see somebody tournament MVP who didn't win. I still remember Overwatch World Cup when XQC got the team mobile MVP.
That was crowd vote. That's like a tournament organizer in, right, to make it a public vote and then be surprised when the biggest streamer wins.
That was the funniest shit. Like, Korea was winning that series. I don't think
By a
Canada
mile.
was in the grand finals, right? They were like third
No,
place. I think they were third or fourth or something like. And then XUC comes on the stage, and when you see Korea in the background celebrating.
I'm trying to think
Can I
who.
find it?
Here's one for. The thing is, I am actually inclined. Like, I'm leaning more towards a lot of the Alcad players almost with tournament MVP as well.
I might lead towards Landon, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch.
Yeah, let's
the
maybe
full
let's
like every series, so maybe
yeah,
it's
let's
like
do
on you to decide.
Yeah, because obviously Twisted Minds is like the front runner as for guys who won the thing, right? But I think
Yeah, they won. So
KSA was really good today, but he also
True.
has had like a very up and down tournament, right? Which feels like a case against tournament MVP. I think Psycho, while his performance should be respected for an off roll, he certainly wasn't the MVP of the tournament.
yeah,
UB, Quartz, actually both pretty consistent across it. I think really
Quartz.
minimal mistakes. Astro as well. I mean, to be fair, it does feel like Astro has actually had like a super consistent tournament.
he had a really nice tournament.
Really
yeah.
big, really good in the finals. Difference maker in the finals as well. As much as there is some like mitigation because they got like 3-0'd by Alcad, you know, but you have to give more value to the grand final.
Yep.
So
Okay, watch this. What I linked you. I'm watching
this is
this
the
at least.
XCC moment.
Yeah.
And now, the time you've been waiting for, your Overwatch World Cup Most Valuable Player, presented by T-Mobile. You guys voted for him. It's going to be a jungle in
Excuse me. Look at Korea in the background and then excuse me. What is this quality video, dude?
What is going on? I've muted it as well to avoid copyright. You'll not get me this time, YouTube.
Excuse me.
It's actually so Mickey Mouse that they let the public vote. Or not that they let the public vote, but they let the public decide.
Yeah, because like after that, for the MVP votes, the public had like 25% impact or something.
Yeah, just Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
Oh,
Okay,
Moat
I'm going
saying
back to the
Brain was also high on Astro. Yeah, fuck it, give it to Daniel.
Give it to Daniel, bro.
Yeah, I can get behind it. I think UB and Quartz were both also like reasonable shows because I thought they both had a good grand final as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could give it to Daniel.
Fuck it, give it to Daniel.
I think MVP for sure. Tournament is a little bit higher. All right. I think it's dinner time. Are you still streaming for a bit?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Wait, let me
Oh, yeah.
cut the VOD and the YouTube and do all the bits, and then I can give you the old right.